Welcome, one and all, once again to a fantacular story. It is beyond my pleasure to welcome all of you here once again. Most of you have been in a game before, most of you have been here with me before. This time we're taking a different delve into things. Tonight we start a journey of treacherous proportions. One that will test the mettle and the spirit of the players that reside here. Tonight we step into the world of Devira, where four travelers have found themselves bound by fate in strings that lead to the center of a countryside where a century-old mastermind waits. Their objective is not entirely clear, but for all intents and purposes, they know the reason of being. You see, they all come from different paths. Some come from the land of hunters, some come from the land of scholars. And so, in this idea and in between comes the premise of why are they here? Well, that is what we're here to find out. So, thank you all for being here with me on this wonderful night where we start yet another campaign to add to the list of tales that I have weaved for you to enjoy. Therein be monsters. Now, with me tonight, of course, are the players that are going to make this game possible. And I would like to introduce them to you now. You know me. I am, of course, the dear Dungeon Master, Grim, of Grim Hour Productions. We have 4 players with us tonight, 2 of which have been in my games previously, the other 2 have not. And so, let them speak their piece and tell you about themselves. So, starting with our first is Heather Storm, a dear friend of the channel, dear friend of our lovely Cass. They are playing what?
For my life, apparently. Um, I mean, of course you'd start with me, so I don't have anything to go off of. Awesome, appreciate it, Grim. I'm playing a completely normal, absolutely nothing special about me, human fighter. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Very good. And what is your character's name?
I'm playing Ashlyn Storm because
Wonderful.
I'm creative and original.
Hey, we're all creative and original here. That's why we're playing the game. It's fine.
Oh, fair enough.
Special snowflakes, all of us.
Ah, yes. And then, of course, second on the list here is Miss Castell Rose. Who are you playing and what are you?
Hello, I am playing Lindario AL, a totally absolutely normal high elf cleric that definitely does not have a love of the ocean and water.
Ah, very good. All right. And then next on our list is Mr. Zocard, who you would recognize as a Darien from our last campaign. My dear sir, what are you playing and who are you playing today?
I'm playing Find the Unmute button right now, currently. One moment.
Oh, that's my favorite
Uh,
game.
I am playing as Vaughn, a character whose name I just popped out of my head at random. Don't know where it came from. Sorry about that. I'm not creative. No, not high elf. That's her. Half elf. That's the word I wanted. Half elf blood hunter.
Very good. And then, last but certainly not least, the newest addition to the Grim Productions D&D gathering is our dear friend Twinberry, which most of you may recognize from their own streams. They are a very funny and very amazing Earth Dragon VTuber and a good friend of mine. And so I invited them out to come play in this campaign as they had the itch, much like most of my players do, to get back into a story and get back to the tabletop. Mr. Twin, please introduce yourself as well as your character.
Well, honestly, the itch may have been crabs, but I'm still trying to figure that out. My
Oh
name is
gosh.
Twinberry. Twin is fine. And I will be playing as Tenebrae, a Kenku cleric of Kalambor, a mortician, and just a bird with a haunted past.
Awesome. And so those are our players and our characters. And now a word of advisement to our dear chat is that what will wind up happening is that I forgot to do it before the stream because I'm terrible. Thank you. Thank you so much for the follow, Muffy. It is so good to see you. Word of advisement is what will happen going forth for the next few sessions is that I will be disabling a lot of the sound making redeems on the channel. Just because of the fact that because I have to have the secondary sound source, I don't want it to jump scare the viewers that will be watching this VOD recording later on down the line, as that seems rude. Especially if you're just listening to it at work and all of a sudden you have a loud bang in your ears, and that is big unfortunate. So, that will be going forward. Right now they're just disabled through OBS, where only I can hear them, no one else can. Or hopefully, because it's not being recorded. But you're a rude boy. I'm sorry, Rage. You'll have to be rude, otherwise you'll have to call me disrespectful names or something. I don't know. You'll figure it out. I believe in you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cass, you're gonna come back with a warrant, or are you just gonna shoot me through the door? Nope, there it is. Thank you for that. Shot me through the door.
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's right. I can't have them not say Nirvana. I keep forgetting I could do that now that I have the audio split. But regardless, my dear chatters, my dear viewers, for those of you who are watching at home, there's a couple of things you should know. This is going to be a roleplay heavy campaign, where the combat, when it happens, will be dangerous and it will be perilous. It will never be impossible, only improbable. And for all intents and purposes, death is very much on the line. So, pray for your players, pray for their characters, and hope that the world treats them kindly. Now, there will be
All right, chums, food's up. Let's do this. Let me roll.
Okay,
Do
well,
not.
there are a few rules for those of you at home that I want you to understand. I have a few homebrew rules in here. This world is entirely built by my hands, minus a couple of the premises. The rule system is based off 5e, but there are some homebrew things put in place that make my life and everyone else's life easier. In this sense, we have something that if you have watched Brennan Lee Mulligan or any of the Dimension 20 games, you would know about emphasis rolls. The difference here is that with emphasis rolls in this game, it is a game of equal exchange. If you are willing to give me something, or if you have advantage and inspiration to burn, you can gain emphasis, which is a high risk, high reward situation. Otherwise, if you do not have inspiration or advantage, you can simply give me something in return. How much is this roll worth to you? And based on how much worth is in the item,
The tuna?
tuna. Oh, can the tuna make a cameo just to die?
He's, I think, referring to Aura.
Oh, Aura, Timu Hera. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so emphasis rolls are a big high risk, high reward, and can be given only upon equal exchange or their inspiration advantage is being done. Otherwise, small things will come across. Potions, drinking them, depending on the size and type, is going to be still. We'll say that it's a free action if you have it in hand. Otherwise, we'll say it's a bonus. Because the idea here is that you have 3 to 6 seconds per turn. If you have ever chugged 16 ounces of liquid,
Yeah.
in 3 seconds, it's non-pleasant. So if we go down the line, we'll probably we'll I know a certain rodent who can. Zom is not here, and Zom terrifies me. That man is the goat. When it
I've done
comes, he's slammed back 32 ounces in a few seconds. It's terrifying.
Is he okay?
He literally has a
That is scary.
redeem on his channel called Full Hydration where he slams back 32 ounces. It's terrifying. The 715
Jeez.
tech seconds count, it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean that's it's almost a liter. That's pretty good. But it's still outside free action range. Anyway, before we get on a tangent. Puked every hour. Jeez.
How
Zom.
much does he piss?
A lot, surprisingly.
Yes.
You're asking the important questions.
What you guys will see as players and as viewers, enough, that's fair,
Valid answer.
is that the players will be able to do a lot of things that you may not see in a normal D&D book, and that is okay, because the way the world works here is that anything that you think you can do, you can try. Nothing is impossible, only improbable. So if they want to try and do something out of the ordinary, it is completely reasonable for them to ask to do so. Past that point in time, that's the same thing goes for their weapons. If they want to try and do something with their weapon that may not be in the book, but they think they can do it. That's the long and short of it. There will be no backseating from the chat as much as I can, unless I forget something that is extremely imperative. Do not. If you see something that may be of interest or necessity, please point it out, but don't try to slam it down me, because that is a very quick way to get me to throw you into the sun.
Can I throw someone into the sun?
All right, Clem.
I don't mind people who are very pertinent to the rules. I dislike rule lawyers to an extent, because it kind of sucks the fun out of the game. Joke's on you and Superman. Shush, Rage. You can't just counter everything.
I will throw you to
Kryptonite was talking
Krypton.
first.
I'll throw you into Krypton. It only makes me stronger. Yeah, and I do have Kai here, who will take out the taser teeth on somebody, which is always a fun time when it's not me.
Kai's got the taser teeth.
Tammy!
Rage is Superman. Heather is the Avatar of Storms, and I have a bat.
Yeah, and everyone has bricks here in this channel, by the way. Not only are we all bricked up, we also have bricks.
Oh, what about the transcontinental trebuchet?
The transcontinental trebuchet. I forgot about that one.
I'll never forget about the transcontinental trebuchet.
The transcontinental trebuchet. Did we say rock? Absolutely. Bricks and stone, brother. Yeah, so try not to backseat as best you can. If you want to rules lawyer me, do it in private, and that goes for chat. For players, if you have a question, just ask.
Okay.
That's the big thing. I tend to take dramatic pauses. Do not be afraid to ask me if I am done speaking, because sometimes I will just stop and forget that you may not be looking at me, so you don't see me stopping. So if you simply ask, "May I speak?" or "May I, say this thing?" or "May I do this thing?" that's fine, because sometimes I forget you don't fucking know what I'm doing. Because
I'll
it's
be like, you good, bro?
yeah. Like what I will try to do is that what we can try to do that we did a couple times in the last campaign is we had cams or VTuber or whatever up in Discord through like a dual screen virtual camera, so we could see each other and kind of know if we're doing something with our face. I'll probably be the only one that does it, so that you don't have to wait for stream delay. You know when I stop
Nah.
speaking.
I'll do it too.
Are you done yet? Yeah, no, like I've literally had players ask me that, are you done? I'd be like, oh shit, yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to end with what do you do? Which for those of you who are listening who have been in the games, that is my keyword for you to do things is what do you do? That is usually the end of my statement. I shit my
But he
pants.
sometimes gets excited and has big
Man,
fun and then forgets to say things.
Yes.
I don't
My goal-
shit my pants. I shid my pant. Singular.
My goal is at some time during this campaign to get Grim to say the magic words. How do you want to do this?
Yep. During combat.
My goal is to get him to trip up and say funny words.
Say funny words? Like what?
Yeah, like shivering queef.
That's good.
I hate that. I hate that so much. Thank you, though.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the follow, Peter Pandier. Appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate you hanging around with us. Welcome to the chaos. And so, I think with that, we've hit all the bases. We've kind of crossed over everything. Are we allowed to say what our characters would have done something? What do you mean? Like what would Nameless do in that situation? Like, how are you trying to antiphasize that, Mr. Rage?
Can I give player input on that question?
Sure.
I feel like that would be like something like after the scene is done and be like, well, this is like I could see if my character were in that situation, like this is what they would have done, but not when the scene is currently ongoing because that might influence player reactions to things.
Yes. That is a good point. So I would say that anything that for those who have been in my campaigns, those who have played D&D before, who have characters in their pockets, who have talked about this, if there's something that you think you would have done differently, save it to the end of the scene. And then you can always pitch in during the breakdown, which is what we do at the end of the sessions. We talk about ups, downs, goods, bads, positive, pros, cons, etc. And then Carson coming in with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Carson.
I just got shot by Carson. Thanks,
did.
Carson.
You did. She likes to
shot.
do that. Get shot.
I want to get shot.
Yeah, I know you do.
Looks like a good way to get shot.
If you're looking to get shot, it's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to get shot, getting shot with a sub sounds like a really good way to get shot.
Right?
Just saying.
Ow,
Like
my-
I've
Ow, my little toe.
I stubbed my toe. I mean, so if we shoot Heather with a sub, does that mean we just throw Cass at Heather?
Hey.
I mean, you're not
do body
incorrect.
shots. I've got some vodka around here somewhere.
Carson back
Oh,
shot.
I still have
body
freeze.
shot.
I still have freeze. I have vodka.
Oh, I'm.
I have to wait till next
I
week
don't-
to get liquor.
I tend
Aw.
not to drink or smoke when I DM because I like to have my kind of abilities, but my God, do I feel like that's gonna break because of a certain individual in this call.
It's
But
me, isn't
I
it?
made that mistake once, and I'm going to be careful the next time it goes.
moderation and everything,
Listen,
good sir. Anyway,
I made the mistake of trusting my dad to put ice in my cup once.
Anyway, I believe that now is as good of time as any to begin. I'll do one with you. I'll have to. You
Hell
know
yeah.
what? Oh fuck it. I'll do it. Let's get weird.
So sweaty.
It's so sweaty. I only have my little vaporizer, Kai, so you'll have to forgive me. I don't have my cool vase.
It's like I've got a shot here that I could take. Fireball blazing apple.
Oh, that
That
sounds
sounds
Great.
delicious.
Good.
That sounds pretty pog.
Well, let's see what happens.
I'm gonna
Uh,
vote that nothing happens because you have a navy liver.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
My
that's
mistake
my
was
prediction.
I was gonna say, yeah, you have the navy liver. Also, I left my other water upstairs. I'll have to grab
Oh,
that in
that's
a
actually
minute.
really smooth.
I have an Irish liver, but it's very disappointed in me.
I also have an Irish liver,
My
and it's
glass is
bothering me
clogged.
because I haven't
Oh,
drank anything all
no.
day.
Kai, you're not supposed to clog your glass.
Oh fuck! I need to buy more of that.
Oh god, that resin
You
kicks
should
out.
Now
get
I wish
someone
I
to
had a
bring me
subtle
down so that I can taste it.
Oh, you know what this would be really good in?
Hmm.
A root beer float.
Ooh.
Absolutely. Where is my other? There's my other folder.
I'm drooling
How
a
much-
little bit at that thought.
How much
Oh,
do you figure you'd put in a root beer float?
10.
10?
Yeah, it was 10
10
count.
what? Yes.
10.
Probably 2 shots.
2 shots.
2 shots of vodka.
Wait, vodka? I thought this was a fireball apple thing. I'm
It was.
confused.
Yeah, it's fireball.
All of it. Yes.
Ooh.
Clogged in the downstem? No! Kai!
No, what if
No!
you made a thick and simple syrup and mixed it in and then drizzled it on top of the root beer float?
Here, we're gonna do something better. We're 2 minutes to ads. So what we'll do is we'll just run the 3. Everyone make sure you take your bios, get your water and all that kind of good stuff. And then we come back, we're gonna jump right into the scene and get going from there. How's that sound?
Oh boy.
Quick question.
Yes.
Oh,
Can I have tea instead?
Sure.
oh,
Cool.
I'm not asking permission, but I have Diet Pepsi with vodka in it.
I
Nice.
What are you, a Brit?
All right. We're on the ads. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Stay here. Once we're back from it, we'll get right into the session after we
Stay here and stay clear.
call Cass a Brit, I guess.
No, I'm not the one drinking tea.
We're on the ads. We'll see y'all in 3 minutes.
Okay, see you then.
Bye bye. Puff
had a
pass.
friend I used to work with. She was the
Oh,
same age as me, and she
amazing.
told me she was 34 times over.
We
Anytime
Bitch was
she had a
90?
birthday, she just added another one.
returned.
30 times 4
But
is
she was
120,
34
not
times. She
90.
turned 34 times.
Oh. Whatever. Grim, your camera went gray.
I know.
Did
I'm
I
fixing it.
outmask the doctor?
He's
Shut up.
reflecting his inner old man on his camera.
God, I'm old.
Channel Clem.
Yes, Channel Clemathy. My favorite individual. Yes.
All right. What kind of asinine bullshittery are we about to get into?
Once
That's
Oh.
I get
I do have a
OBS
question,
stop
Grim.
being a turd burglar. What's up?
So,
Berkeley.
obviously, we're in Ravenloft, right?
Ta- kind of.
Where?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Okay.
You're
Going
the
from
DM. You're the one person who can confirm or deny.
going from the
That's true.
base of Barovia, knowing Okay, let me ask this. Is this 5e Barovia or 5 Clem Barovia?
It's not even Barovia.
I thought you just said Barovia.
It's Bologna.
Bologna.
The name of the area is Devera. That's the region you're in.
Okay.
So the town that you're in is New Ravenholm. Currently.
Grim's not just running Strahd for us, he's running Grimstrahd. His fingers have been all
Wait.
over it.
Ravenholm? Oh fuck, we're in Half-Life.
Again?
No, it's a callback to those who know. Also,
I hate it.
good to see you, Crayons. Also, it's funny, you call me Gray Hour Productions. I'm gray as shit, dude. Surprise.
I hate it. I hate it all.
I'm
That's
also
not
Heather,
gray as
were you
entirely my
there
fault.
when they
I
fought
refuse.
the head crab zombies at the end of the last campaign? There's the handsome fellow. Yeah, I was trying to get OBS and Discord to like each other long enough for me to put my face back on the screen for both sides. I did it. It's
We're in
fine,
trouble.
Proud of you.
but I did it.
We're in trouble.
Appreciate.
Heather,
Mother.
it's a campaign run by Grim that I'm a part of. Of course we're in trouble.
Also, not
Don't
to
make me break
alarm.
out the good mic.
Don't no.
Please?
I want you to just understand that I'm talking to all of you directly and dearly, like my good.
Get out of my earlobe, sir.
My good my good players is the situation is this is my version of Strahd. Yes. It's also that everything's a little bit different and there's a reason everything is going on in a certain way, and that not to alarm any of you, but my dear friend Matt that I work with at the kitchen is usually my sounding
no.
board when I come up with ideas, and I just kind of spout them out when I'm working. Sometimes just because I'm like, hey,
Oh, for
would this be
fuck's
funny?
sake. This is a line chef's version of Strahd. God help us all.
No.
No,
We're
it's
doomed.
not a line chef. It's not that bad. This is a different version of what I'm building. No,
Lucia?
it was just the idea of that. I pitched an idea to him to add as an element a cherry on top to the campaign. So I told him that today was my starting day, for the new campaign. I said, hey, I had this idea in my head. It's based off this, so why don't I add this element here? And he looked me in the eyes. And he went, so you're running it this way, this way, this way, with all this in between. And I was like, yep. He goes, and you want to add this element onto it? I go, yeah. He looked me dead in the eyes and just started evilly cackling and high-fived me and then went back to cooking.
Oh, so we are in trouble.
Okay, so note to self: have 3 characters made up. Understood.
Oh,
We signed up for
Uh-huh.
Grim to be our DM. Of course,
fine.
we're
You'll
in
be
trouble.
fine. Nothing
Oh,
bad could
I
possibly
did have one
happen.
question in DM for you, Grim.
Let me check the DMs. Not my title, my actual messages. Very different.
He's gonna have to keep clarifying that to himself.
I'm sure.
Excellent. Goody.
Yes. Also, thank you, Bones, for the 3-stream streak. Big appreciate. And so, what's also, Cass, is I've told you about my other campaigns that I've written.
Yes.
That I've run.
I've been in one of them.
Yes. How many of them
Yes.
required me to write in a composition notebook?
Oh no,
Oh no.
the big pages.
I have that same notebook. I love where this is going.
Oh no.
I cast
Oh.
testicular torsion. No, the
Wait, what if we don't have testicles?
endometriosis.
You grow testicles and then
Then
they're-
it's testicular torsion.
Ticket. That's actually funnier. I'll
What
take
if we
that one.
barely have tits?
It's the composition book. Yes. The same one that my favorite wizards put their war crime spells in.
Just casually ignored.
Could just go back on the PMs. Yeah, or IMs.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm used to IM. I'm an AOL baby. Fuck all y'all.
I miss
used to PM.
AOL. I love
I-
startup.
I used Gaia.
wow,
so...
y'all are old.
You are
Excuse me?
3 years behind me, twin.
Bitch,
Listen,
I
man.
had a GeoCities website. I don't want to fucking hear it.
After a while,
Ah.
after having to hear it enough, that dial-up of AOL was really
All right.
soothing.
I'm gonna say one word and make everyone here suddenly feel old.
Yeah.
Angel fire.
What's Angel Fire?
Guess I'm not old.
I think it just missed me and Cass by a few years.
I fucking hate you all.
Love
comment.
you,
Are they-
Heather.
What's it like being decrepit?
I fucking hate you all.
It's just. uh,
Does Angel Fire still exist? Oh no, that's a resort.
I cast Warthogus Gobertus.
I can't even get anything about it on Google. Heather, help.
That's because it's like, never mind.
'Twas before Google.
This was before
Google's
the
grandfather.
old magic.
I mean, so was a lot of things, but Google still knows about it.
So
Which should tell
before
you something.
before we head off on this tangent, the reason the context is so important of why I have the composition book is that the last time I used one like this, it was a 3-year campaign that took up an entire galactic quadrant.
Ruh-roh.
Do you want to still dive in between the pages? Do not take that
I
out of
already signed the
context.
dotted lines. Let's go, bro. I
knew exactly where Cass was gonna go with it. That's why I said what I said. And
I'm
I
gonna
meant what I
part
meant.
those pages.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Prepare your colons, kids. He's going
Time
in
to-
dry.
Part those pages and dive right in.
That is an AO moment. But here,
Hey yo.
let's
Hey yo.
set the
No.
mood.
Didn't we
Alright,
already?
I've got candles. Oh, wrong mood.
Well, I'm modifying
No,
my
still
lights,
same
but-
vibe, basically.
My dear players, you now embark on an adventure built through the actions of your characters. You have described your names, your classes, your skills, and more.
Oh, we haven't.
Giving
Brick time.
wherefore art thou, brick?
In my skull.
You're breaking my wife.
You
Understood.
players have natural characters. So you have brought yourselves to this precipice of a time where the four of you having known of things that go bump in the night, the monsters, the stories, the mythos, the legends, all well and good, and some of you were inspired and some of you shied away from it. Those of you that were inspired became hunters, dungeon delvers, finders of secrets, and all of those brought you to this town of New Ravenholm, all receiving a mysterious letter that simply said, "Come and see." And so you went. It was signed, of course, by your guild that you associated with, so you questioned nothing. And as you found yourself in New Ravenholm, your world goes dark. As you wake up to a noisy sound, almost starting like a faint buzzing to growing louder, almost as that of cicadas during the summer, just a whining, gritting noise. Your eyes open heavily as your head feels like it's been replaced by a cannonball. Heavy and one-sided, the pain shooting through your skull. As your eyes open, the sound begins to become clearer. You're in a tavern. A simple, well-worn, grossly stained wooden table beneath your hands and face, I see that you have two other seats next to you. The three of you, specifically Ashlyn, Lindero, and Vaughn, find yourselves in a tavern. You don't remember coming here. It even hurts to remember your name. And so, with bleary eyes and a weak body, you lift yourself from the table and look at your compatriots as you suffer from the worst hangover you have ever felt. The only way you know where you are currently is that the tavern itself is called New Ravenholm Tavern. And so, as you're all sitting, waking up, your head screaming, taking in your surroundings, you find a moment of clarity. As you find yourself speaking to one another, feeling like you have to introduce yourself to those around you again, as you can barely remember their names. What do you do?
First thing I'm going to do is check my person and make sure I have all of my equipment, including my family heirloom, still strapped at my belt. And just kind of take in the atmosphere, and not just the people sitting at the table with me, but anyone else that might be in the tavern as well, to see if anyone else seems to be as out of sorts as I feel.
So you raise your eyes as you check yourself before you wreck yourself, as one says. You find that everything is there where it's supposed to be. Everything is tied into place. Everything is strapped where it is. Nothing feels loose or broken or shifted. But roll me an investigation, please.
Okay. 13.
Everything looks normal to you on your person. Nothing seems out of place or undetailed. Every mark seems to be what was there beforehand.
Okay.
But you see a half elf and an elf next to you, both looking about of the same condition as you, seated next to you at this table, as all of you have a single tankard in front of you. They seem to have delightful colors on their person compared to everything else in the room around you, as all the people seem to just blend together. If you were to put their colors side by side, it's almost the trick of the eyes. It has to be, but it feels like everything's gone monochrome.
It's a normal life for me. Got it. What? I'm colorblind.
I was about to say, and in before Heather is actually monochromatic colorblind.
Graham over here like, fuck me, I knew having her in this game was gonna suck. I'll glance at the tankard, see how much is left in mine and the others, and given my high constitution, is there any way I could try to shake off this feeling of hangover-y drunkenness?
Sure. So as you look at the tankards, you see that each of them are bone dry. A drop of moisture in them. As for shaking off this feeling, you can give me a con save. Try to see if you can willpower through it.
Nope.
What do you get?
8.
You try to think, and your thoughts are too loud for your own head.
Gotcha. One of them COVID headaches.
Oh yeah.
Gosh.
I'll look at the other two and just be like, how much did this cost me?
At this point, Lindariel and Vaughn, you two have slowly faded in to the world. Your eyes kind of blearily blinking as you're looking around, recognizing both of you the silhouette of what you believe to be an elf. As you fully realize your vision after a few blurry blinks and a few painful spikes in your head as your eyes adjust to the light, you can see that there is a what I would assume to be a redheaded half elf sitting in front of you, Lindariel, and across from you, Vaughn, is a very fair looking high elf, and next to her, a very confused fighter.
Oh, so my race is fighter. Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Accurate.
racist fire.
I
I mean,
identify as a broadsword.
I thought you're gonna identify as a problem. I thought that was the joke you're gonna be going
No, that's
for.
me. That's me.
I mean, a broadsword is a problem if you use it right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, guess we're all right. All right.
Racist brat.
I mean that if that was a race type, that would be a lot of people I know. Yeah.
Lindariel is going to push herself up off the table, just kind of like brace her hands on it and just with both hands just push up and like groan a little bit and then reach up and touch her head, and she's going to try to cast lesser restoration.
So you push yourself up off the table with great haste, and you lay your own hand on the forehead as you begin to say the incantation for lesser restoration. The unfortunate side of being hungover is cotton mouth. And so you try to say the incantation, but your tongue feels like it's covered in hair. It's just dry. You can't seem to really form the words. You're almost still half slurring some of the incantation as your brain still catches up to your actions. And as you cast it, all you hear is just the sound of, well, clown horn in your head as your headache increases and you groan from the
Oh.
pain.
I hate my life right now. That's what she whispers under her breath.
Hmm.
So, Mr. Though, how does Vaughn wake up to this commuffin they found themselves in?
Just going to pick up the. I'm assuming a wooden tankard in front of me. Am I
Yes.
coming through okay? What was that
Yes. I can hear you
Okay.
fine.
look? Look into it, look around, decide that I'd like to be anywhere but here right now and put my head back down.
Yeah.
I, I'm gonna pull my alchemist supplies pouch from my hip,
Yes.
and I'm gonna dig through it and try to find some like turmeric or willow bark or something, and try to come up and quickly hand compound some kind of painkiller.
As a fighter, you would know what basic materials in an alchemist kit you could use as some form of medical supplies. You're a veteran of multiple combat tours, you were a monster hunter, you have a number of reasons why you're here, hence the guild sigil on your shoulder, as well as all the letters of commendation such as you've received. There's a reason you're here. And so you simply reach into your bag as you feel around for familiar feeling of willow root, as you pull it out and give it a good bite, as you'd instinctually know where it is.
I'd break off a couple of small pieces and offer it to the elf and the half elf. Here, this should help. My fucking head.
Hmm.
How did you two get here? Because my head's a little fuzzy.
I'm going to accept the piece offered to me and also rummage through my bag and try to find my water skin to swallow it with and deal with my dry mouth.
I'm going to just kind of look up from the table, take the piece offered to me, throw it in my mouth, and just start chewing it while my head's just still sideways on the table.
Cass, well, in this case, Lindario, you reach for your water skin, and as you pull it up, you see that something must have caught the belly of it.
Oh
Over the
no.
course since you got here and put just a little tear in between the seams of the outer casing. And you open the cap and you go to throw it back and nothing
There's
comes out.
nothing.
Got a dry swallow,
Oh.
man.
What I wouldn't do for a great water spell right now.
Do I see this?
Yes, it's
You laugh
very.
at me.
Her movements are very exaggerated and dramatic still, as her body's still remembering where its limbs are.
How does I'll reach down and feel for my water skin. What state is it in?
Your water skin's inside out.
Jesus, what did you do to your water skin?
Crazy night.
You know what? What happens in water deep stays in water deep.
I'm almost scared to ask, but even though I was like halfway laying down, I noticed what was going on, so I'm going to check for mine as well.
You reach for yours, and you shake it, and you hear sloshing inside.
Still chewing on whatever she just gave me like jerky, so I'm just gonna hand the water skin forward, like here, and not even think about drinking it myself.
All right.
I'm going to open it and sniff it.
Probably a good idea.
While these two yahoos are doing it, I'm gonna do the intelligent thing and slowly try to stand up and look for the wall that the bar is on to go get some water.
I don't want to stand, okay?
Heather, give me athletics at disadvantage to pull yourself up. While Cass, call high-low for me.
Hi. I'm scared.
Awesome.
With disadvantage, I fucking hate you. Otherwise, it would have been a nat 20. 9.
You feel like you can't find your own damn legs. You are able to stand, but you're back and forth. It's like you're standing on stilts. Like you don't know where your feet are going, and you're
Nope,
just
back in the
trying
chair
to...
we go.
And so with shaky
You're out
legs, you
skiing, there's
sit
no
back
water.
down. Yeah, you're out skiing. There ain't water. And so as you try to get yourself up and you feel like you lost your sea legs and you sit yourself back down as the world kind of seems to spin and blur in and out a little bit. Cass, you smell the water skin. It smells fine to you. It actually smells fragrant.
No, why?
Like
Water's not supposed to be fragrant. Why? What was that for?
That's good.
I'm gonna
I was
take a
just-
drink of it anyway because I've got dry mouth.
Fair enough.
All the warning lights go off. Does it anyways?
Constitution save at disadvantage, please.
All right.
Els comes in, hits me in the head. Disrespect. Disrespect.
Roll. Eight.
Off to a great start.
You got an
Yeah. Yeah, I got an 8. 8 was the lower of the two. The higher one was 17.
So, Vaughn, you handling Daryl, your water skin, not thinking about it whatsoever, as you don't want to touch it. You feel okay. It's not the first time you felt this way, and it won't be the last. And so you simply hand your water skin to Lindariel, and she opens it, sniffs it for a moment, and swings it back as you, both of your eyes catch the human fighter kind of having a time standing before they sit back down. And Vaughn, you watch as Lindariel downs back the water skin. And Lindariel, you start drinking this, and it drinks easy. It's got this nice fruity taste to it. It's fragrant. It's nice. It's refreshing. And you're trying to think of what the fragrance is.
That's
fragrance?
mine.
The fragrance.
The fragrance is.
Oh,
And
so fragrant.
the fragrance
Ooh, the Wawa skin gonna have the
is-
Wawa in it.
my brain has started wrinkles. The smell reminds you of Cass not dying immediately. It reminds you of juniper berries.
Oh no.
Is this a wine cooler?
No, it's worse.
There's me.
No, the next step down in Fantasyland, made down under. a time and true classic of adventurers who would be traveling for a long amount of
Oh, it's
time,
grog.
like to buy a very specific type of ale. Because it's made by people who know how to make something that lasts. And because they are who they are, it tends to be used also as a fire starter, a antiseptic, a anti-inflammatory drug, and a great way to bribe a war chief. It's a drink you haven't had in centuries. But Vaughn, you suddenly realize as you smell it what it is. It's the dwarven rot gut you bought. Because the only thing strong enough to last a trip, be taken in short swigs, and used as a fire starter antiseptic. And you had packed an entire water skin of it because you didn't know how long you were going to be away. And that thought suddenly clicks in your head as the high elf begins drinking an alcohol they have never experienced in their life.
Damn.
And Cass, it hits you like fucking like a it's truck chan. You're getting truck chan.
The worst part is that sounds like some shit I'd actually do.
Yeah. it is it hits you like a damn truck. The hangover you had is gone. Now replaced by a completely numb face and wobbly limbs as you become drunker than you ever have in your life. And not until you put the water skin down and hand it back to Vaughn does your throat start to burn from the alcohol. But not before your pupils blow the fuck out and you are destroyed. You are just piss drunk instantaneously from this rot gut. And you become painfully aware of this a little too late. So that's what happens. So we have a wobbly fighter, a instantaneously drunk high elf, a suddenly realizing the decisions he's made half elf. Does a
So,
Kenku add? Yes.
I'm just gonna sit up because she handed it back to him. I'm gonna look at her, look at it, and then just kind of eye into the top of it to see if she drank it all or not.
So a standard water is going to be about 2 liters. She probably drank, being how thirsty she probably was because of hangover, dry mouth, elf. Probably a good half liter before she realized what it was.
I'm just gonna kind of shrug, take a sip, cork it back, and put it away.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna glance around, still chewing on my willow bark, and just try as best I can to think back as to how the fuck did I get here?
As you think, your mind is fuzzy and wanders. The only memory you really can pull forward in your head is 3 days before you got here. And even then, it's
Okay.
faint. You see the guild symbol you wear. You see a door, a carriage. You grabbing your bags. You stopping at an edge of another town that you can't seem to remember the name of. You were in a fight, and then you won. You're celebrating, you went out drinking, and then here you were.
Okay, so it's a Tuesday. Got it. Do I see the guild symbol anywhere on the blitzed high elf or the formerly inebriated half elf next to me?
Yes. They both wear their symbols in different ways. Whether it's an armband, a wrist bracelet, a medallion, a circlet, etc., you can see that they do carry the same sigil as you.
Okay.
Grim.
Yes.
I laughed so hard that I started coughing because I was wheezing, and then I wheezed and coughed so hard that I almost pissed myself. Congratulations.
Yeah. I win.
Achievement unlocked.
Welcome in the collector. What's going on here? It's a session 0 of the new campaign there in Be Monsters.
Um, if I sit here, I'm assuming that these two aren't really saying a whole lot. What's
Oh,
the
I'm fucking
den?
drooling.
I'm
What's the
actively
den
avoiding
of
speech.
the tavern? Am I hearing common, elvish, undercommon? What am I hearing?
You're hearing a language you can understand. That's about as much as you perceive. With your background experience, you've seen a few of them. Your work with the guild, you've seen a few of them, heard of them, learned them even, especially going on your long hunts. It just sounds familiar enough that you can understand the words.
Okay. Can I make a perception to see if I can pick out a conversation or two?
Of course.
Uh, Disadvantage or
No, go ahead.
my fucking dice hate me. That one.
You
I got a 4.
you try your best to listen to the din of conversations, trying to pick up on anything peculiar, anything specific. And it doesn't seem to fit.
Branko
It's
fuzzy, no understandy.
it becomes even more confusing. All the words still make sense, but you just can't seem to reach out and grab them.
Uh, okay. Do either one of you have any idea how we got here? Please. I'm just gonna kind of sit there and lean forward, resting my forehead against the ridge of my hand.
In her drunken stupor, can Lindariel remember anything at all?
Lendario, you can't remember your own face. You are so far gone, you have broken the scale.
Ah, okay, so she's just drooling on the fucking table.
You are
Very
just
noble.
You question which way is down.
yeah.
I know which way down is because it's the direction my drool is rolling.
Yeah. No, that's
Dario
basically
is
about it.
now alcohol, yeah.
And so,
She's got blood in her alcohol system.
Ashlyn, as you ask this question to your compatriots, you can see that the high elf has gone from sitting up, rubbing her temples, to now being face planting into the table. As you can smell the very clear scent of dwarven rot gut, as you feel your eyes travel to the water skin that travels to Vaughn, that takes a swig of it before putting it back on his belt. But before that even thought tries to cross your brain, as it's just used in the words of D&D, it's traveling across difficult terrain across your skull, and it is having a terrible time of it.
Hey, at least the wrinkles are still there.
Almost formed a thought there.
Almost
That was
forced up.
close.
You almost had it. Oh, it was right there. Before you even have that thought of it, you see a short silhouette begin moving through the crowd. Whatever it's doing, just it seems to have caught your eye. Just it seems out of place, because as you look at everything, the world seems gray, bleak. A lot of the colors desaturated. Just it seems dreary. And looking at yourself and looking at the world around you, you seem very bright and vibrant.
Hmm.
Now, Tenebrae, out on one of your duties, you came across what looks to be a scroll wrapped in a dead man's hand. Do your job as mortician at the temple of which you lovingly serve, to learn to grow to take care of the dead, you found a strange, almost sealed scroll, almost being the fact the wax seal itself has broken or just kind of removed itself from the paper. But you recognize the sigil, as it is the sigil of a guild that seems to service this area, the Hunters Guild. They tend to send individuals out delivering messages. And you remember where you saw some guild members. It seems oddly familiar to you that you kind of recall this place almost faintly before you shake it out of your head and realize that, yeah, it's at the tavern. That's why it feels familiar. That's where heroes always go. Heroes always wind up at the tavern one way or another. And so, as you see the scroll in the hand, it seems only right to just take the hand with you, as it's had a signet ring. And what better way to do that than to simply just remove it and bring it? As you enter the tavern, the only 3 members you see that carry the sigil of the scroll you're trying to return is a blitzed out of her mind high elf,
Yeah.
a resting half elf, and a frustratingly bleary-eyed human fighter. And all 3 of them carry the sigil that's on that seal. What do you do?
Do I suffer the same affliction as the others in that well, not affliction really. I don't know. That like everything else is in monochrome, but I see them as not that.
To you, it just seems all normal colors. It doesn't seem out of the ordinary to you.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the only 3 carrying that sigil are the ones at that table. You've looked a few times, you feel, and they don't seem like they're getting better.
Okay. So, before I do anything there, well, first I'll look at them, cock my head a little bit, click my tongue, and then I'll walk over to the bar. I have a few errands today, and I get the attention of the barkeep, and I pull something out of my pouch, a smaller pouch, and I hand it to them, and I say, "Give this to her 3 times, and she will know peace."
The barkeep nods in acknowledgement.
And then he turns away and gets another good look at the people at the table, and slowly makes his way over. Um, before saying anything, he slowly reaches into his pouch, and he he has wrapped the package in some linens, um, and he simply puts it on the table, and he clasps his hands in front of him, looking between them. He says, "I feel that this might belong to you."
I'm gonna look up at the person who just put something on the table in front of me, and what do I see?
So you're
You see,
startled by one second. Before I
yeah, yeah,
pitch you in,
sure.
I'll give you your cue. Stage left, stage left. And so, uh, you
And
see
is
a
this the same?
shape. It's so you see a shape placed on the table in front of you. It looks like a tan bundle of something. Doesn't really have a shape or a color to it. It's just it seems to be rags as your eyes kind of focus, and then you follow the hand up the arm, and you see a short silhouette next to you, the same one that you saw kind of punch through the crowd really quickly. Just you were unable to track exactly where they went, but they just seem to be very, very fast, making their way to you, sneaking up on you. You weather that to your aching brain and bleary eyes. And as they come into focus, you see Mr. Twin.
You see a bird person, a kenku. He has a very long beak. He's garbed in very dark robes. Um, his eyes are a a delicate lavender color, and he has several bags attached to him. He has a backpack. He has like a little sack on his belt. He has several knives as well. Some of them look very rather surgical. And he's like leaned in, staring like directly like in your face, like the tip of his beak, like almost touching you.
Huh. Um, have I ran into this race before in my travels?
Absolutely. You've heard of Kenkus before. Eh,
Okay.
they're usually scouts or sharpshooters when you've seen them in the military ranks. Otherwise, they're small settlements where they're hunter gatherers, scholars. They're very intelligent, like shiny things. They don't speak often, but when they do, it tends to be in a weighted tone compared to the other
Okay.
races you worked with.
I'll kind of give a slow nod and then look back at the little package that has been set on the table before me and go, okay, and what, pray tell, is this?
Um, well, you to be frank, you all look a little out of it, but um, even children know what a scroll is.
I thought you said it was bundled in.
It's bundled in linens. You can kind of see a shape of it in there. Uh, but you haven't unwrapped it yet, so you're not entirely sure what's in it.
Okay. Um. I'm going to reach up and carefully peel back the linens to see what all is contained within the little bundle.
You pull back the layers slowly as you see a scroll gripped in a gray hand with a signet ring betraying the sigil of the guild. The scroll itself has what's left of a gold seal on it, which you would recognize from orders. But the seal's been broken and kind of flaked off, you imagine, during whatever tussle the owner of this arm came from.
Awesome. Well, in that case, I'll
What were you going to do, Heather? You kind of came through broken on the end of it.
yeah, my brain's
Oh, it's the buffering sound. Got you.
yeah,
The dial-up sound.
pretty much.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm gonna try to carefully not pry the hand open or anything, but just slide the scroll out and unroll it to see what it says.
So you gently kind of open the fingers, slide the scroll out, and you unravel it. You see that it's dirtied. It doesn't look super great. It looks like it's been through the ringer. There's wet spots, dried spots, faded areas. And you unroll it and you begin to read it as you kind of focus your eyes. And you realize that it's orders. It's for you specifically, or for the hunters that you were coming to meet. It had your name on it, Lindero's and Vaughn's. The orders were to meet at an establishment of the choosing, which seems to be written down as Ravenholm Tavern, and that you were sent here to investigate monsters. And that's all the orders say, besides of the starting date, which seems to become familiar the more you look at it. Kind of giving you an idea that you're in what you would expect to be midsummer in this region known as Dravar.
Huh. Lindariel?
Huh?
What was the other character name? Sorry.
Vaughn.
Vaughn.
What?
Okay, well, that answers a couple of questions.
Okay, then just kind of puts his head back down.
Lynn is gonna like really dramatically like flop her head to one side so she's facing Vaughn. She's gonna go, what the fuck?
I'm going
And
to. Go
your
ahead.
water skin.
I'm going to try to shock them just a little bit. I'm assuming everyone right now has been speaking common.
Yeah, I would say for the most part.
That feels like a good assumption.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch to Elvish,
Oh.
and so you two are here on orders as well.
I'm going to respond in Elvish unfazed, as far as I know. Remembering his pain
Let-
right now.
Lynn is going to roll her head over, definitely smashing her face into the table as she does so, just kind of like just face rolling it literally. So that she's facing Ashlyn. And go, it definitely seems that way at the moment.
I'll turn to the Kinku and go, "Where did you find this?" Because something tells me you weren't the intended uh, delivery boy bird.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it on an errand. Um, and
Aaron, great.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Location?
yeah, outside.
Cool.
I can take you to where I found it.
That would be fantastic. Give me a minute to get my feet under me. I'll reach down in my pocket and pull out a couple of coins, couple of copper, silver or two, slide them over to the Kinku, and then pull a single gold piece out and slide it over as well, knowing their love of shiny things and the fact that I'm getting ready to ask a favor. Can you get a round of water for us to get our heads straight before we try to stand up?
Yes. And
Thank you.
he turns without touching any of the metal and goes to the barkeep.
Every movement that you take, Tenebrae, seems to be familiar. It not as odd as one would think for someone who's lived in New Ravenholm for as long as you have. It just you're struck by a moment of deja vu that quickly passes as you easily go get the waters from the barkeep, who looks over at the group you motion towards, and with a spark of pity behind his eyes, gives you the larger tankards full of water, and slides over 3 little leaf wrap packets that you recognize as what he calls the bum up, as it gets the bums up out of his fucking bar. And he
Much appreciated.
slides it over to you, and with a nod, you go about your way.
Okay. I'll bring them back over to the group. Um, I'll start by passing out the tankards. Do I have these on like a tray?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll slowly set the tray down. Um, the Tenebre's movements are very quiet. Like whenever he sets down the tray, it barely makes the table shake at all. As he places a tankard in front of each of you, um, he doesn't, there's nary a scrape on the surface of the table. And then he gently passes each of the bundles to you all.
I'm gonna reach in my alchemist kit.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna assume it's relatively well stocked.
One would hope until you put your hand in it.
Thanks. I'm gonna
That's
try.
usually how most things work.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach into it. Try to find some more willow bark and a vial of peppermint oil.
compliment.
Hold on, I'm
While
just
she's
reading
doing that,
something.
I'm going
What
to
the fuck?
sit up and just start inspecting the bundle that he handed us.
All right, hang on. I just got a weird message. I'll deal with that in a second.
No,
Ah,
if you need to do something,
No,
we can
it's
take 5.
I don't know what it is, but it's fine. I'll check in a second. I'm gonna yeah. I'll give my sister a call in a second and see what's going on with that. So give me an investigation roll, Heather.
19.
Okay. As you reach into your pouch to pull more willow bark, it seems that your alchemist pack is stocked, really well stocked.
Mhm.
And you grab the willow root and simply pull it out and continue biting on it as you did before. Vaughn,
Actually, it's not what I was going to do, but
well, it's easy enough for you to find your specific materials as reaching in.
Okay.
It seems really well stocked, better than you usually keep it. And it's easy enough for you to reach in, kind of pull the pouch out a little bit, find what you get, and pull it out. And Vaughn, as you inspect the packet, it seems normal. It's like a normal type of medicinal powder that would be used by elves and high elves and other clerics as well to deal with specific types of illnesses or just simply getting people up and going again, so to speak.
I'm going to take a pinch of willow bark and a few drops of peppermint oil and drop it in each tankard. And then I'm going to drain mine dry.
Do I smell the peppermint oil?
You do.
Peppermint.
Trust me, it'll help. I'll
I think a blankie would help.
I'm going to just kind of quietly look back and forth between the two of them, then grab my tankard and just drain it.
in Celestial. Oh god, it's a fucking princess.
Big oofs.
Wait, hold up. I have to check something. Where language is that?
Are
Are you on
you gonna try and
5e?
be petty?
Oh, I
Or beyond,
can't
rather?
speak Celestial. I can
I was
speak
gonna say,
Oh,
Dwarvish.
darn.
if you're on
If I
D&D
can
Beyond,
speak
it's under
Celestial,
proficiency and training.
yeah, yeah.
I'll grab the pouch, the little packet that was given to me as well, and I'm assuming I know what this is given my travels, or
It looks familiar enough, and it doesn't seem to give any kind of warning signs, especially coming from a barkeep. So
down
you
the
trust
hatch.
it enough. Yeah. Yeah. Basically
Ditto.
BC powder. Just aspirin mixed
Doing
with
the same
caffeine.
thing.
You'll be fine.
Cop- Banana bag powder, gotcha.
Lynn is going
Absolutely.
to attempt to open her pouch and pour it into her cup.
You do it. It looks terrible, but you do it.
I'm going to look at her and then look over to the human and just kind of ask, do we need to help her drink that?
She's going to glare at him and go, "You did this to me."
Oh no.
You know what?
I was going to respond and then I couldn't stop laughing.
I'm just here to watch the show at this point.
Who puts alcohol in their water skin.
Someone who's
Who doesn't?
exceptionally well prepared for a bad day. Drink. Let's
Water
go.
is good for bad days.
And alcohol's better for them. Drink your water.
Bite me. And she drinks the water.
Did you say
Sloppily.
bite or fight?
Bite.
Okay.
She sloppily drinks the water.
Sloppy.
Slurper.
Sloppy.
Slurper.
Sloppy.
With shaking hands and a shaking head, it seems like two things trying to match in pace as she drinks. As the tankard finally makes contact with her mouth and she begins to dunk back the water, some of it just kind of like hits her in the nose as she coughs for a second before fixing herself.
So she
and
goes to
drinking.
drink it and she wears it instead. Gotcha.
Yeah, it wears a little bit of it and then finally gets around to drinking it. And as the
That's why I use a straw cup IRL.
As she quivers and shifts to drink the water.
I asked
do
him
not
and queen.
replace my words.
I don't know. I think her words worked pretty well, Grim. I think you're just nitpicking.
Session 0, people.
Nah, we're not, and I don't think we're gonna get Grim to say shivering queefs. I think we're gonna get him to have a stroke instead.
That's every
He'll be
session.
okay.
That's the goal. If you kill the DM, you win, right?
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
Challenge
we don't-
you've been
accepted.
trying to kill
we
us
don't have
since
to kill the
session
big
started,
bad.
so-
We just have to kill Grim.
We just have to kill the really big bad, the one at the end of the table.
Yeah.
Carson!
Hey guys, we're gonna go play Final Fantasy. Let's go fight God.
Final
Yeah.
Fantasy?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Okay, let's focus.
Carson,
Need
it's
to
time
get
to
back
kill
to the other
Grim.
ritual.
No,
It's time to climb into the meat suit.
I hate this. I hate it here. Anyway,
Sorry, what was that last part?
Anyway, huh?
Your ducking, move
The
on.
last part of what you just said. What was that?
we're not talking about it.
I said it's time to kill Grim.
After that.
Moving on, moving
What do you
on.
mean?
Never mind.
Exactly.
As all three of you take in the water and the powder, your hangovers immediately begin to recede. Clarity comes to your senses. The weight on your limbs begins to disappear. The fog on your mind lifting. It's like the world finally has color again, except now, as you can tell without bleary eyes, it doesn't. Seems gray. Little highlights of color here and there. You see the Kenku in front of you has these purple eyes that seem to really stick out. The rest of their body is monochrome-esque, but you believe it's a fashion choice. As for everything else, you can see that it is a very dreary color, but the pain no longer exists between your thoughts, as now you can actually put together coherent sentences as well as start pulling pieces together.
I'll look at the Kinku. Appreciate it. So are you with the guild as well, or are you just unlucky in finding that scroll?
Not unlucky, but I am not with your guild.
Awesome.
You are not from around here.
No. Ugh.
No.
Absolutely not.
Um. Uh, you see his eyes float above Von's head a little bit, like as if he's like looking at something behind him, but only for a moment. And then he continues looking between them. He says, "Well, I I hope you find what you need here.
You are from here?
No. Well, I wasn't.
Eh?
But now I am.
So you live here.
I have a temple um, that I tend.
Guff. Can I hire you? Or, given that we're all with the guild and apparently here on orders, can we hire you to guide us to where you found that scroll and potentially be somewhat of a guide until we can get our bearings here?
Oh, I did forget that I did offer that. I am sorry. But yes, I will do this.
Okay, what's your fee?
Um, if you would like to donate to the temple, then you may. But otherwise, um, I I need nothing.
What kind of temple is it?
Um, it is a temple to Kelemvor, um, the god of death.
I want an insight check on this.
Go for it.
I
And the way this will work is that Heather, go ahead and roll your insight. Um,
Okay.
for player to player, PC to PC in this case, interactions such as insight into something that is being said. The person who is being incited, in this case, Twin, you get three choices. You can either roll deception, persuasion, or nothing, depending on how you wish to deal with this situation. If you roll nothing, you'll simply say nothing. If you roll persuasion, that is for however you see your character doing it. That'd be regular conversation, or otherwise basically telling the truth, whereas deception would be lying. Do not tell me what attribute you roll on. Don't tell me if you roll perception or deception or nothing. Simply tell me the number you roll. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So in that case, Heather, you'll be rolling insight. You'll simply tell me your number. Just say it out loud. And then Twin, you roll whatever trait you want to roll on, and you say the number, but don't tell me what you rolled on. Makes sense.
Okay.
Perfect.
15.
19.
All right. In that case, Twin, as Tenebrae, what does Heather see? Or in this case, Ashlyn see? Does she sense you telling the truth?
Yes.
And so, Ashlyn, you sense the truth.
With Lindariel being a cleric of Mistra and a life domain cleric, how might she feel about this?
About what? The fact that
The
Kenku worships at essentially the
the
Temple of the Dead?
yeah.
You'd feel weird, kind of like as if you were a cleric of Shar or Saloon and being in the other's area. It just feels different. Like, not
Okay.
enough that it's like an aversion. It's just, it doesn't feel as comfy as you would think. But
Mm.
it's more of on the fringes of your senses than anything. It's like being in
Okay.
a new territory.
Okay.
Otherwise, you respect it, but it doesn't cause any kind of issues with you. It's just
Okay.
uncomfy.
Um, While they're doing all of this or having this conversation, now that my character is up and slightly more coherent, I'd like to take the time to go through my own equipment to inspect myself. Since I didn't do it earlier, I was still kind of out of it.
Roll investigation, please.
Investigation.
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 16.
Investigation.
So with a 16, you see that all of your gear is clean. It's nice, stocked, filed, sharpened, shined, etc. It seems abnormally so. You're used to long treks. You're used to trips. You're used to going through the wilds and the woods and everything else, and your gear being usually looking just like that. Someone who spends their time doing what they're trained for and what they are, of course, doing as a profession. But it's just clean. Just really well done.
So my character is going to be looking at himself and at his equipment, and he's going to kind of narrow his eyes, but he's going to keep his thoughts to himself for now.
Very
Is that
good.
the same with Ashland's gear? A little bit
Yes.
too perfect?
A little bit too clean. Like, not just cleaner than you usually keep it.
Would Lynn perceive Vaughn going over his gear, or is she like still coming out of it too
You're-
hard to?
You're out of it enough. There's a lot of alcohol working through your system, but you can kind of make out his shape turning and like looking, like pulling his bag over, looking through, like checking his stuff that's strapped to him, on him, etc. You can physically see him doing the movements, and as your eyes kind of come into focus, you realize what he's doing. So yes.
She's gonna like, as best she can, just kind of like reach up around like her neck and collarbone area to feel around for her pearls.
They're there. There,
Okay.
as soon as you reach your hand up, you feel immediately that they are
As
right where they need to be.
the only thing she cares about is her pearl.
Clutching her pearls.
They literally,
They're important.
They're
They're
important.
important. They're her lore item.
they are right where you needed them to be.
Okay, well, I don't have a problem making a donation to your church. Not something I necessarily do, but hey, services rendered and all that fun. When can you take the time to show us where you found this?
As soon as you are able to walk again.
Do I have my feet under me?
Yup. You all feel the ability to walk has returned to your bodies.
I'll come to my feet. I'm leaving the coins on the table that I set them there. Whether the Kenku takes them or the bartender or whatever.
Yep, fair enough. All of you are able to stand up as your own time. As you can see, Ashlyn has stood up, speaking with Tenebrae, the new Kenku that you've come across. And you all just kind of find yourselves ready to go.
Seeing that they're all ready, Tenebrae wordlessly swipes the coins up into a small pouch on his belt, and starts making his way through the crowd again to the exit.
I'm going to keep my eyes on Tenebrae and follow.
Yeah.
Linjaro is gonna get up, make sure that her weapon is secure, and then also follow.
Yeah. All of you easily keep an eye on each other and everything around you as you see patrons at tables and booths in the bar. They all seem to be there and seem to be doing what they do best, which is to simply sit and drink and eat. the conversations are muffled. All of you can see that the world is more gray than normal. It just seems different, odd. Not enough to concern you at this moment in time, as your brains are still catching up with your memories, but it catches your attention regardless. And some of the words catch your ears, familiar words. You hear the word witch. As now the four of you are outside the tavern. What do you do?
Which? Was
Witch.
that from the patrons inside the tavern or
You heard
outside?
it. You heard it inside the tavern as you're walking out. The word kind of popping up in conversation around you.
I'd like to look back and see if I can find out where the voice came from that said it.
As you look back, you see that the door is already closed behind you. But you felt it that as here, let me put it this way. Give me a intelligence check, Mr. Vaughn.
Sorry, which? Okay, no wait. I remember this is the check, not the saving throw.
Yes.
Mhm.
Saving throws are for like things being shot
11.
at you. 11. All right. You're able to think back to what you heard, and you hear the next word before it, that. So you heard that witch.
Yeah, I've been called worse. Oh, that's literally Ashland's thought. I've been called worse.
Yeah, Ashlyn, you
Lynn,
feel just the
as
word. I'm sorry. Continue, Cass.
no, you.
No, okay, fine. I'll take the lead. Thank you. Uh, Lynn, you also heard the word witch, but it seems from your travels, of course, in all of your work that you've done before here to get to this point, it seems odd out of context. And so please give me an intelligence check to see what you remember besides that one word.
Me?
Cass.
Me.
I mean, you as well, Heather, if you so wish.
Okay.
Ooh. 10.
Okay.
13. Just straight intelligence, not a save or anything?
Nope, not a save, just a check.
Okay. Yep, 13.
So you two try to think back. Lynn, you also get the word before that of that. So all you can think in your head is that witch. And then Ashlyn is with you with the same idea. Your experience, the reason you're here, of course, is the word seems odd out of context and doesn't seem like it's an insult towards you as you're walking by. There was no venom behind it. And you hear, as you think back, you hear that witch cursed. So, as in, that witch cursed me? You? But you hear those three words in your head as you think back to the phrase that was said.
Hmm. I'm struggling to tell whether you mean witch as in witch item or witch as in a witch that casts things on people.
I'm going to assume that it's a witch that casts things because it's just based contextually. That witch. And it's like,
Well, I got the answer I was expecting from the DM. He's not going to tell me shit.
yeah, he's not gonna tell you shit.
Cass, roll a wisdom save. Or wisdom check. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Too many thoughts.
Too many thoughts. 8. Fuck.
You've wrinkled your last wrinkle.
You wrinkled your last wrinkle.
I don't have wrinkles. That's the problem.
So you try to differentiate as Vaughn brings up the point. Is it witch
God
or
damn
witch?
it.
Because both you and
Which
him
witch
had
is
the same
which?
thought of that witch, and you're both kind of looking at each other like, as you're trying to remember
Oh.
back, both of you having completely different trains of thought. As he goes, but which is it? And you are suddenly stuck in a loop of which is which is which is which is which.
Do I hear
Which
this?
witch is which?
As
Something
you,
I can
as
see
you-
actually happening to Kaz.
yes, it's canon. As Ashlyn, as you sit there and you get that third word in your head, you kind of take a second to mull it over in your thoughts of that which curses, and you realize that it must be a noun, not a subjugative noun. And you go, it's that which curses. God, it must be cursed me. Yes. And as you turn, as you see Lindaro holding her head, going, witches, 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 witch, as Vaughn is now terrified.
Terrified's a strong word. More like cocking my head, mildly concerned for her
I'm the
mental
fair enough.
well.
stupidest
I
fucking
mean-
cleric in the world.
You're
Having a hard time.
you're having a bad time. That rock cut really knocked you around good.
Mhm.
God, the gods pissing my dinner once again.
And Lindar, he'll have like a millisecond of clarity to turn around and point at Vaughn again and go, "You did this to me."
Yes.
Did what to you? I offered you a water skin. I didn't make you drink it. Drink from it, rather. I also didn't remember what was in it until after you drank from it. So thank you for that.
You're welcome, but also fuck you.
Tenebrae, you come to the conclusion as you watch this all occur.
Mhm.
This is the oddest group of heroes you've seen. You feel like that you've seen a lot more than you think. It's just you feel like that you've seen every group come through. You've heard stories, tales, and it sits in your head for a moment and then just kind of fleets off as you just fall back on the idea of that these are very odd adventurers. But you do lead them to the spot as they follow behind you rather closely. Lindario's still holding on to her head a little bit as she comes out of her looped animation.
Which witches, which.
And
All these squares make a circle.
All
All
these
these
squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
Someone needs to get which witch is which witch tattooed in spiraling words on them somewhere.
Tenebrae just mumbles. I really want a sandwich.
Which witches sandwich, which witches sandwich, which witches sandwich, which witches sandwich.
Is it a sandwich or a wheat witch? But did it come from which dirt? Or which field?
No.
Is it the witch's field or which field did the sandwich come from?
Which field did the witch?
Stop breaking broken Kaz.
No.
Okay.
Also,
Um,
stop breaking broken
uh,
Grim.
as the three of you are kind of talking amongst yourselves, following Tenebrae, Tenebrae, you're finding this at least amusing, if not
Mhm.
slightly odd.
I'm staying relatively quiet. I'm just going to see if I can get Tenebrae's name during the walk, because I already know these other two chuckle fucks.
Of course, if you wish to, yeah, go for it. But you see that the walk is not a long one. But go ahead.
Following Tenebrae, So you said you take care of a temple here? Would yeah, how do you wish to be addressed? Do you, title, name?
Tenebrae. um, and then he points forward,
Short and
maybe
sweet works with me.
about like a few, like a normal city block away. He points to
Mhm.
like a building near the outskirts. It's like a it doesn't look like much. It's like a very rundown, almost shack-looking structure. And he says, "That is the temple. We will be passing by it."
I'm going to make a mental note of the location of the temple in uh, comparison to the tavern we were just at.
So we're following closely enough to have heard all of this, right?
You would hear it because you're not stuck in a loop.
Okay. So I'm going to look at Tenebrae and I'm going to ask him, but is that your name or your title?
My name, Tenebrae,
Okay.
would make for a strange title, but thank you for asking.
It does Lindariel hear that?
Give me a wisdom check.
Oh,
Which part did you want to hear?
the
That's what the
Tenebrae
roll is going to
part.
tell me.
Mhm.
We
But
keep this up,
which?
she's going to ban the word witch.
14.
You pull yourself out of the spiral as you realize it means witch, the noun, as in someone who practices magic in a malicious intent. As your intelligence starts to come back in a flow of understanding, as
I'm smart again.
you hear the word tenebrae
Well, let's not
spoken.
go too far.
You hear the name Tenebrae spoken between the three compatriots ahead of you, as your head is no longer filled with the word witch.
Wunderbar.
Oh, she is back.
Lindariel
Welcome
will
back.
remember this. I don't like what you're doing with your hands there. You look scheming.
I'm always scheming. I'm a dungeon master. What do you want?
I know.
This is how I sit with my hands when I'm thinking.
Damn it, I was muted
Oh,
for all of that.
oh man.
I said that is legitimately how a dungeon master thinks. They think in plotting.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yes, that's why I'm not a dungeon matter. I'm incapable of plotting and or scheming.
Dungeon matter?
Master, I know I said that.
Witch is witch
Anyway,
cast.
What?
just fucking heaven. I'm following the burb.
Yes. Lindero, you hear the name Tenebrae, and you assume it is the Kanku's name as your brain kind of pops the clutch and gets back into gear. No longer stuck in a drag circle, so to speak. And as your brain kind of comes back into focus, Tenebrae, you are now back at the spot where you found the hand. And you point it out to them with relative ease. As the three of you see a very strange sight. Uh, you have all seen carnage in some extent or another. You've all seen something happen to this extent. That's why you're in the job that you are. But this one seems peculiar, even to you. You see a large bloodstain in the middle of a well-worn walkway with gashes in the trees and a body eaten, discarded to the side, its left forearm chopped cleanly off, matching the same cut on the arm that was given to you.
So when you said eaten, how eaten?
Well, this is where investigations are going to become into effect. So at this point, those of you who wish to investigate the scene, please roll.
Okay. Investigation.
13.
Okay.
16.
16. Okay.
12.
Wow. So
Also, BRB
Likewise, actually.
wireless headset. I can still hear.
another follow. Thank you for the follow. I hope you stay for a while and enjoy the chaos. Big appreciate for you being here. Now, Ashlyn.
Question. I don't know if this applies in 5e,
Uh-huh.
but does the take 10 rule still apply?
Yeah, I can put it in usually. I mean, I usually run it. It's most of the time people don't usually think about that option, but it's always there.
Okay. Since we're not rushed or anything, then I'm going to take 10 and call it 15.
All right. It's DM dependent. It is always chaos though in D&D. It's fun. It's a fun time here.
It's why I asked.
Yeah. Yeah, so you take the time and you take the 10, you get a 15. And so what exactly are you looking for? What area are you starting in?
First things first, I'm going to look at the grounds in the immediate surrounding area, see if I can get a rough idea of how the combat played out, if it looked like they got ambushed, roughly how many people there were, if it looks like they were fighting something human or not human.
Hi. I'm making sure that they don't
You're
hear
muted,
me.
Grim.
Hi, Ailey. Thank you for being here. I know I wasn't trying to talk over you when I was talking to the person who was asking the question and saying hello.
Back.
I didn't want to talk over you. So
Ah, gotcha.
So professional.
you look through the pathway and such, and you start kind of walking yourself through the steps, and you see that it was quick, calculated, and brutal. The space of where the fight took place was no more than 10 feet long down the pathway, the center of it being the bloodstain where you stand. As anything past that 10 feet, that 5 feet behind and forward of the bloodstain, there is no signs of any kind of struggle. No broken branches, no moved rocks, no gashes, no cuts, no scrapes, no scratches, nothing. So it's only from this very small area. And the gouges in the trees seem to get deeper, closer to where the bloodstain is.
Okay.
And there is no drag mark, minus where the body is off the walkway when it was being eaten. And you can see that with the 15, you can see that at least the way he was eaten was not post-mortem. It seems that whatever attacked him did it quickly, brutally, calculated, efficiently, and was big enough to take a chunk out of his neck, which you believe to be the mortal wound, as there are several vertebrae missing.
What does the bite wound look like?
It seems you would think a bite like this would be something clear cut, as in the line of a large wolf. But it also seems that the marks aren't quite matching up. It seems that there are some kind of other type of lacerations running alongside the teeth marks. You can't really place what could be doing that. It's too close for claws. It's too far for anything else that would really make sense with those markings. But it's a large creature did it. It's hard to determine what exact species, but it is a very large creature with a very large maw and seemed to do it in a single strike.
Okay. I'm going to continue pacing around the combat area. taking mental notes of what all I can pick up and just quietly listening in the surrounding area to see if anything does or does not jump out at me.
Fair enough. Uh, Vaughn, you rolled a 16. What are you looking for?
I guess
Oh, fuck
what I
balls.
would be most interested in would be trying to see if I can determine what direction whatever attacked this person came from, and what, if possible, which direction it left in or fled in, dependent.
So it seems that with your 16, you kind of see where Ashlyn blocks off the area um, with their pacing, and you kind of gauge off of them where the boundary was. And you kind of place where the attack came from. It seems like it came from behind what we would assumingly call a courier in this point in juncture. This creature seemed to come out at high speed, hit him from behind, and then as you move through the brush, you can kind of find where it came from. It seemed to follow the path down and take the same path out.
Can I find any additional tracks or anything resembling a trail?
All you can find is the trail leading down the well-worn path. Basically, looking like they double backed. They came down towards where the bloodstain is. You see that a scuffle ensued and was over very quickly. And then you see the same tracks leading down the well-worn path further into the woods. But it seems like they don't go off the path.
So I had stepped away for a second before this. Did we find the rest of the courier's body, or are we
You're
still
standing in front of
operating?
it.
Okay.
So you can see that there is a body left of the bloodstain in the middle of the well-worn pathway, and you see that there is a large bite through essentially the right shoulder slash collarbone into where the neck would be, and you see that there is just like someone took a cookie cutter and just kind of scrunched them.
Mm.
Where like vertebra are missing, most of the collarbones missing, ribs are missing. You can tell that Ashlyn's studying the wound very significantly, but you can see that every other part of him is here except maybe a couple of other pieces of missing flesh that you assume is from the fight. But the only part of him that's missing per se is the chunk that was taken out of him and the hand that is in y'all's possession. Everything else
I
seems
want
to be there minus normal decay.
I want to try searching his pockets or whatever bag he might have on him or anything like that to see if I can find anything extra. Try to
Yeah,
determine maybe who he is or what he was doing there outside of carrying that one message.
you can see that in his bag are very standard traveler's gear. It seems that the bag was ripped off during the struggle. One of the straps is snapped off, and it seems to just be kind of clunky and making a lot of noise when you move it. And you see that it has spare boots, more of these scrolls with names written on tags wrapped around them. Um, it seems that there are ration bars, a couple of water skins, more socks, more of those weird leaf wrap packets you found earlier from the barkeep. Um, it just seems very straightforward. I mean, there's a dagger for self defense and opening cans and bags and such. Otherwise, there's nothing of interest besides the other orders that all seem to be marked from the guild.
I
Uh,
am Grim.
and so, as you're looking through the bag and such, uh, as you move the body, the right arm that may have been pinned under it when you're originally looking, as the left hand is the one that is missing, that is cut clean off. The right one is still relatively well attached. falls out from behind him as you see that there is something stuck between his fingers, which, as you point out, Ashling quickly looks over and grabs, as it's some type of hair, fur.
I'll roll it between my fingers and kind of get a rough idea of what the texture, the coarseness may remind me of, either with, I don't know, investigation, nature, animal handling, what have you.
Oh, I
Can
can.
I also peep the fur?
I mean, you can definitely look over the shoulder and peek it.
Likewise.
The three of you peek it. As you roll it between your fingers, it doesn't feel like normal fur that you felt before. In the lack of a better term, it feels like the rough leather that you'd play with on the equipment used by the guild for training purposes. Not cow leather, smaller. Feels like pigskin.
Fur that feels like pigskin?
The pigskin that is attached to the fur underneath of it, as it is not just a tuft, it seems to have skin attached.
Oh, okay.
And the fur, as you kind of feel it and you move a lot of the dirt and silt from it, you see it, the fur, so to speak, is more of coarse hair. And beneath the skin is this almost thick, leathery feeling substance that you assume is pigskin. Now, if you want a better idea, you can roll me another investigation. If someone would like to help them with some kind of knowledge they may have, Heather would get advantage.
Well, I'm gonna wait for a second because she already rolled.
I mean, I can roll again for advantage.
I have pretty high animal handling. I can help. Mayhaps.
Okay. What would you like to use from your character's knowledge base to give them advantage?
Like what she would know as someone who is like a little bit more highborn and raised in a situation where she had access to a temple and trained with various forms of armor.
It could be whatever you believe from your background would assist in this situation of identifying this type of skin.
Well, Lindario being essentially air quotes princess for the people type of nobility, she would have possibly helped with figuring out new leather suppliers for soldiers, and therefore would have experience with in the qualities of the different types of leather, the strengths of the different animal leathers could bring.
Sure. Yeah, we'll say that that's a good enough nugget for you to play with. So, Heather, you'd have advantage in this situation.
I'll roll a second.
Oh my God, wow, it is 11 o'clock at night. Who is texting me?
Did it pop the same roll again, or did you roll a 22 twice?
I rolled a 22 twice.
Nice.
Pog. Big Pog.
22.
Big Pog.
I think I've got an idea of what it is, but
Yes. So with the 22,
I mean, out of character, I think I've got an idea of what it is.
yes. But yeah, so with the 22, you can definitely tell, with the help of the cleric behind you, is that it is pigskin.
Huh. Okay. That makes a little more sense. So, taking that into consideration, would I be able to equate the marks around the bite as tusks?
That would be very easily feasible bridge, yes.
Okay. Huh. Well, that makes sense. I'm saying this in character.
Mm-hmm.
What makes sense?
Well, looking at this, I'd hold up the small tuft of coarse fur and leather that it was attached to, the flesh, and gesture to the bite wound and the marks around it. I'm thinking we're dealing with some kind of. Well, initially I was thinking a knoll, but this is more porcine. And looking at the marks next to the bite, these look like tusk marks from where it tried to gore into this thing. So it's some kind of pig or boar or some form of precursor to bacon.
As she mentions boar-esque, pig-esque, the idea of it, Tenebrae, makes your spine stiffen. Something about the idea of something boar-esque with the size enough to bite through this individual. The thought of it sends fear up your spine as something pulls at your head as if you know what it is, but you can't. But it's almost like seeing an uncanny valley. It is just an immediate gut-wrenching fear that you are unsure from where.
This feels important somehow. Tenebrae like furrows his brows as he gazes down at the body.
I'm going to look up into the sky.
Mm-hmm.
It's night, I'm assuming.
It's not, but it's overcast, so
Oh,
you can barely
fuck.
see the sky.
Fuck balls. What time of day or evening is it?
It seems to be late afternoon.
Okay. When did you find this, Tenebrae?
You would
About
assume a few hours.
perhaps
Yep.
at noontime.
Looking at the body or what's left of it
Mm.
and the state of the blood and what have you, how long would you say it's been since?
It seems that if you were to give me a good round estimation, I would say half a day.
So it happened at night. Awesome. Okay. I've got an idea of what this may be. I don't like it. Cool. Awesome.
Could I see the scrap of hair you're holding?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll hand it over.
Thank you.
By the way, I didn't get the chance to introduce myself, even though I've got all of your names. I'm Ashlyn Storm, House Storm. And I think we've got a interesting night ahead of us.
So you did not know each other before this?
Nope, can't say I did, but being we're all members of the same guild, it's not uncommon to get thrown into a mission or a job with people you haven't worked with before.
I see. He turns to the others, and your names?
I'm
Lin-
not going to look
Lindaria.
at him. I'm still looking at the piece of fur she handed me, but I'm just going to respond Vaughn and keep trying to see if I can recognize it.
Lindaria of House Lael.
Oh, great.
What?
And uh what exactly does bring you here? I I did not look at the scroll.
Well, to put it bluntly, at least for me, finding things and killing them is part and parcel of what we do.
I seek
I'd
to
smile a
protect
little bit.
people.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Google.
I'd smile a little bit and glance down to the corpse. I'm a simple woman with simple pleasures.
I simply seek to protect people.
Hmm.
You good over there, Vaughn?
I'll live.
Vaughn, as you hold the fern between your fingers, you can hear the conversation between Tenebrae, Ashlyn, and Lindariel. You can hear the gruff response of Ashlyn towards Lindariel and her titles, the questions tossed back and forth between Tenebrae and the two others as you're lost in thought over this piece of evidence you have in your hand. And as you're looking it over, you get lost in your own thoughts as something about touching this sets off a chain of neurons along your head. Just as vague shadows almost pop through your mind. One shadow shows a man being devoured by a large wolf, all silhouetted. Another one shows them being attacked by this large ogre-esque monstrosity that has these large tusks coming off of it. Again, the man silhouette being killed by the creature. And the third image plays in a mind is where it's now, instead of a man being killed, it's a man cowering, almost in waiting as a blob approaches it. And then you're brought back to staring at the fur. One word bounces through your mind: greed. And not an idea of it, but a name of it, an embodiment of it. What do you do?
Hold on a second. Uh, I was looking to see if I have any kind of container or small pouch. I don't think I do.
I mean, you got pockets.
I'm going to pocket the piece of fur for now and just kind of begin paying more attention to the conversation at hand. I'm not really sure of anything yet, so I'm going to continue to keep my thoughts to myself for now.
And so you pay attention to the conversation a little bit more as Ashel and Daryl and Tenebrae continue to kind of round up questions and such. And your conversation's interrupted. The four of you stand there around a corpse, discussing names, what could have happened, the ideas passed through your thoughts as it's all just a sudden wake up call that is just running through your minds of why was this guild courier killed? Why were they here? You know, what all happened? A shrill scream breaks the thought chain as you see a woman run out of a house on the edge of town near where you are, screaming that her kid has gone missing. What do you do?
I'm going to begin heading towards the woman.
Okay. They see you approach and they start moving towards you as they see your three compatriots behind you, and you all seem well equipped for something of this caliber, or at least the ones not panicking currently around them.
Just gonna kind of nonchalantly follow behind, just barely able to feign concern at this point.
Lindariel is going to jog behind, a little concerned because the child is mentioned.
Tenebrae grabs his spear from the side of the chapel as he makes his way, and he murmurs, "Death follows this place."
And as the four of you now approach the woman, we're going to take an ad break for water and bio. So go ahead and
Yay.
do so. The rest of you, chat wise, we'll see you in 3 minutes. The ads are going to run in 3, 2, 1.
All right, be right back. I'm going to grab something to drink. I might not ever get it.
Oh, trust me, you will.
Is
I don't
it
know if I've
cover
s-
Belmont?
The
You
silence.
already
Is
knew
it?
this, you bitch.
That's great. I
Call me
love
bitch
that.
some more.
I was just about to say,
Oh,
by the way, Heather,
jeez.
really appreciate your profile picture there.
Oh, Rias is love. Rias is
Yes.
life.
Yes.
I
Heather
need
loves
to
Rhea
get
so
caught up
much
on High
that
School DxD. I am desperately
I
behind.
I read a murder monster splatterina for her, and she named her Rias.
That's
I think we're
fantastic.
done with I
Yes.
think we're done with ads, aren't we?
Yes. I brought us back like 5 seconds ago. You're fine. So
Awesome.
we
Okay.
are now back into the business. So you all approach the woman, and she tells you then her child is missing. They are gone. They have zooped the coop, and she has no idea where they've gone.
The child is missing. We must find it.
Oh, how old is the child?
She says the child is about, she would assume, 10 years old. It's just her mind is so frazzled that she's just calling up numbers as best she can.
Do you recall where you saw your child last, or when you were last with them?
In their bed. They were
This sounds
sleeping in their bed. Was the last thing
sounds
they
like-
saw them.
And you haven't heard or seen anything? Nothing strange has happened outside of them vanishing?
They look at you and go, Of course there's something strange. Have you... Did you not know?
I'm afraid you have me at disadvantage. I'm new to town. You're going to have to enlighten me.
The children have been going missing for quite some time. It's they've just been disappearing out of homes. Some of them becoming hostile and running, and they just disappear.
And
I did that
there's
when I was younger.
nothing
I
else
did.
happening when this happens?
Besides them becoming aggressive towards their parents or hostile towards anyone around them, and then leaving town towards the woods.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, this sounds like an issue, not an ish me. So
Tenebrae gives her a very stern look.
I'm gonna turn and just kind of slowly pace around the area, nonchalantly, looking as if I'm not paying attention, but I'm actually gonna take a glance to like the windows of the house, the grounds around to see if there's any obvious signs of egress or running.
It's easy enough for you to
I'm
find that.
I'm going to outright ask if I can go into the house and check the child's room, see if I can find anything.
If you think it will help, please, we need any details we can. And so, who else? Lynn?
would you happen to have a portrait, whether it's like sketched or painted, of your child recently or otherwise?
She points inside as her mind is still kind of in shock between everything. That she may have something inside for you to look at.
Okay, Lynn is going to go inside and look for some kind of portrait.
I'm going to go to the bedroom or try to find the child's bedroom because I didn't actually ask where it was and then start investigating.
The mother would show you.
Okay.
And so you go inside. Lynn, you see the portrait and you have the boy's face. He looks about 12 in this picture. And it's a happy family. And you can tell by things laying around the house, among other pictures and such and trinkets, that this is not a family that would drive away a child. It seems like one that would care very much. As Ashlyn, as you investigate the outside, you see that there is a clear egress, but there's no ingress. And it seems that the window is open. The reason you can tell the window is open is that as the light comes on from the lantern that is turned on by Vaughn, as he goes to investigate said room, you see that the window is open, but there is no glass. It is opened with care. And Vaughn, as you enter the room, you see that nothing is disturbed. just that the blankets are thrown off in one direction, as if someone was throwing them off themselves and getting up out of bed. That there is an imprint in the center from what looks to be someone standing, and a open window.
And I'm going to be standing in the window with my arms kind of crossed, chin resting on my arms, just like looking in from the windowsill. Anything good to eat in there?
I haven't looked at their food yet. Give me a minute.
Uh, Lena's going to go to the mother and she's going to ask her, is there any sort of pendant or anything that your child would normally wear that maybe he wouldn't take off that is missing?
I gave him his grandmother's locket, that has a picture of him when he was a wee toddler that was drawn by one of our local artists, and it's something that he never takes off ever since she passed last year of the plague. As and that would be the best way to identify him, I assume. It's that he never takes off and never leaves him.
Lynn is going to go back to the family portrait and check to see if some kind of locket would be pictured around the child's neck in the portrait.
You see that in the portrait, the child is holding the pendant and it is open, and inside you can see that there is a picture of a infant and a picture of a elderly woman on the other side of it, which you can assume in this case is the grandmother and the child when they were an infant.
I'd like to roll investigation on the room.
Go for it. Roll me investigation. Investigation.
19.
Oh my god.
You find that the dresser was not opened. No clothes were disturbed. Nothing else was disturbed by this fact that it looks like a pair of shoes is missing, and that's it. There was no rummaging. This was not a quick exit. It was one taken with deliberate care and slowness. But nothing else seems to be missing, and there is no locket that you can find. You find no sign of it.
Could I also roll an Arcana check?
You may.
While that's happening,
Well, shit, that's a 6.
Tenebrae is going to be pacing the outside of the property, knowing that children have been outright leaving, looking specifically for like signs of a child like running off into, you know, the wilderness nearby. Footprints, broken twigs, anything of
Uh,
that.
as Tenebrae comes out, since I've already done that, I'm just going to kind of gesture in the direction of what I saw. Save him some trouble.
Yep. You you kind of give Tenebrae a more precise direction to scout further away from the house, and Tenebrae, as you walk it, it's a close distance between the footprints, telling you that this was not someone who was running; they were walking. Evenly spaced, even depth, and you just kind of follow them about 60 feet away from the house until it becomes harder to see in between the twigs and stones and leaves and such along the pathway. But you can assume it goes to the one spot that you are already aware of, is that it goes into the deeper woods where no one really ventures anymore. And you assume the worst.
Based on the information that Lynn now knows about the locket, between what the mother has told us and what she's been able to see from the portrait of the family, would that object be considered familiar to her?
To the most part, sure. Be familiar enough.
She would go about starting to cast locate object.
Okay. So you cast locate object, and your finger becomes a compass point as it points you through a wall, through the house and outside. And I would imagine you would then follow your compass point in this instance. And as you step outside, the compass points follows the steps that Ashlyn has tracked and that you can see Tenebrae checking about 60 feet out. And points directly further down towards the deep woods.
I'm going to start following Lindariel.
I'm just going to kind of gesture in the direction of the path and go, the issue went that way.
I'm gonna follow the magic finger.
So as you continue to follow your compass point,
I'm going to come up behind them, muttering under my breath, you guys really, really want to make my life any more difficult than it already is.
well, you continue forward as you are now going to fulfill your original orders, which was to investigate monstrosities and events in Dravar. And so, as such, this seems to be an abnormal paranormal instance and therefore needs investigating. Though begrudgingly so, as you were dealing with terrible climate, graying clouds, dark woods,
And
rough
children.
pathways, children, terrible things, really. And you guys go a few hundred yards into the woods until you come across some trees that seem a little too well planted. Perfectly spaced, same thickness, in a line.
No, that doesn't look suspicious at all.
I'm going to walk right up to the trees and start messing with one of them.
As you step up to the tree and you go to mess with it, your hands hit a barrier. And it seems like it's meant to keep you out from going between the trees and further into the woods.
I'm just going to kind of look back at my companions and say, are either of you seeing this as well? Does anyone know how to deal with this situation?
I'll walk
Tenebrae
up
picks
and
up a rock and throws it at the the tree line.
Tenebrae, as you throw the rock goes through the barrier.
I'll just kind of tap with my finger where the barrier is. How solid does it feel?
Pretty damn solid. Like there is no give. When you put your hand against it, it's like putting it against a flat wall. There is no give whatsoever. But you can see the air kind of shimmer around the print, like around the border of your hand as you touch it. Like if you touch like a plasma ball, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm going to draw my sword and just kind of not swing, but just kind of like press the tip against it to see if it will block it as well or if it goes through.
The sword goes through. But as you push through, as it hits the hilt and hits your hand, it stops. But then you can pull your hand back out and the sword is unaffected.
Okay. I'm going to sheathe my sword again. So whatever this barrier is, seems like it's only blocking. I can't tell if it's only blocking living objects or sentient beings specifically.
Bye, Drek.
I
Bye,
got a
Drek.
dumb
I
idea.
mean,
Love you, Drek. Bye, buddy.
What's that, Lindario?
if this is the direction that the child went, then I'd imagine that it's more or less trying to block adults. If we can sleep.
Do we still have the hand?
Is my hand still magical?
I'll pull it out of my hip satchel. I mean, I can give you a hand if you need be, but Here you go.
um, Tenebrae very unceremoniously tosses the hand at the barrier.
It goes through the barrier.
I'm just going to look over at Tenebrae and say to him, "You couldn't have just pressed it to it."
Do you need the hand for anything else?
Well, I mean, if we were gonna bury the poor guy, you'd like to do it all in one piece. But hey, you know what? You do as you do.
I
I'm
mean, I
going
feel
to.
like
Okay.
we're a little too late on that, anyways. There's plenty of pieces of him missing permanently.
Tenebrae nods very earnestly.
I'm gonna pluck one of my hairs out
Okay.
Ouch.
and just kind of drop it with a little force to try to see if it would float through the barrier or if it would stop against it.
It goes through.
Okay.
Yeah, for someone that said that this was an issue, not an Ishmi, you seem to be rather worried about this child. Enough
Oh
to
no, I'm
pull your hair out, it seems.
I'm honestly just kind of infatuated by this fucking barrier. This is brilliant.
I'm here for whatever monster is responsible for this. There's always a monster responsible for this.
You know, I got a dumb idea.
I mean, I'm out of smart ideas, so let's go.
I cast protection from good and evil on myself.
All right.
Um, I'll touch my chest, close my eyes, concentrate for a moment, mutter the incantation, and then I'm going to reach back up and start to extend my hand towards the barrier. Any reaction?
You seem to be able to phase through it.
I'll walk through the barrier. Well, ain't that just a fucking thing?
Roll me perception.
13.
Very good. Everything seems normal to you.
Um,
And Vaughn, as you have your hand against the barrier still,
Mhm.
it seems to disappear as your hand kind of goes through the space with relative ease of pushing through air.
It would seem that Ashland passing through the barrier has caused it to vanish or dissipate, whatever word applies here.
what can I say? Finding things and recognizing is what we do.
Excellent work.
Is my magic hand still pointing forward?
It is.
I'ma see if I can cast
Um, can I make an arcane check to see if I can recognize if it was either evil or good that I was protected against? Or that how it
Sure.
reacted? 18.
It wasn't evil or good. It was anger.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, that's all sorts of negative and unhappy good fun. But hey, you know what? It worked, so fuck it.
Hmm.
All right,
I
so
We can.
what do you do now?
I'm gonna draw both of my swords.
Cool.
I'm gonna follow my magic thingy.
You following the magic finger?
That's not gonna ever stop making me laugh.
I'm going to take up a position at Lindariel's right.
Seeing Ashlyn draw her weapons, I'm going to draw my sword again, and I'll stand at her left.
I'm probably a half step to a full step ahead of Lindariel as she's walking, setting
Okay.
up just a very short line defensive perimeter.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to maintain a slight flank.
All right, very good. So you guys make it about 100 feet or so into the woods. Oh, past the barrier, maybe rephrase. Past the barrier that dissipated. And it's quiet, eerily quiet, until a melody reaches your ears.
Oh.
It's haunting. It's just like the slightest whisper on the wind in a minor key. It pulls on your mind in such a way that it's hard to track of where it's coming from. And as you're all looking for the sound, keeping your positions and your defenses up, you hear a large number of footsteps behind you. As you turn, you see 6 kids, ranging the age of 8 to 14, just based on height and stature alone, walking towards you in single file, in sync.
I'm going to slip up to a tree and attempt to stealth.
While I yell at my chair. There's. I fixed it. Okay. What do the rest of you do as you can clearly hear the footsteps slowly approaching from behind?
I'm gonna slip over to another tree. I'm actually no, I'm gonna go to the bush. It's bush time.
All right. Bush time. Vaughn?
Yeah,
So I'll
bush time.
also go behind a tree, but if this becomes a proper stealth roll, I have to roll disadvantage.
All right.
I'll
And
follow them.
you follow them.
And this
All
is
right.
why I use the equipment that I use.
So, as you're all staging yourselves behind trees and shrubbery, the kids, again, about 8 of them, ranging 8 to 14 in age, just from height and stature alone, get to the point where they cross your line, essentially, where you're all hiding. And they just keep walking. Their eyes never move off of the direction forward in front of them, as the melody still kind of floats on the edges of your ears. But at this point in time, Tenebrae, I'll say that you are near Vaughn for the time being, just because he's kind of posted up to the side. He was the third to go into quote unquote stealth, and so you would just follow his lead. As Lindariel jumped into a bush and Ashlyn kind of disappeared from the pathway as soon as footsteps were heard. And so at this point in time, Lindariel, in the bush, make me a dex save.
Oh, no. $19.
Very good. So you feel something touch the back of your leg.
I don't like that.
But as it touches your leg, you move yourself out of the way. You see something dart back into the woods.
I don't like that.
Vaughn,
From where I'm at with my dark vision, can I see anything?
you can see something move underneath the leaves very quickly, away from Lindariel. Vaughn, dex save, please.
Saving throw. 23.
Hey, yo.
You feel something kind of touch the back of your calf, and you move as you see something sharp jut out from the leaves before it buries back down the woodland and then makes. Wait, you ever see something run underneath the leaves or makes like a tunnel and all the leaves start flying off of it? It's just shooting
Yeah,
off
sure.
into the deep woods.
Basically, the pygmies in the Mummy too.
Yes,
Don't know why that's what popped into my head. But
no,
yeah.
that's a beautiful example though. That's it's it like the pygmies in the Mummy too. Basically just it fires off back into the woods as something misses your leg, almost if it was trying to jab you with something.
Having dark vision as well, would I have made out what it was at all?
No,
Okay.
neither of you see the shape of it. All you see is it gunning away from you into the woods.
All right. At this point, I want to use my bonus action if I can.
Sure.
All right. Let me go into my character thing and read this because I ain't having that. Bonus action. There it is. So I've got to roll a 1d4. Of course, I roll the highest on the one thing that's gonna fucking damage me. I take 4 points of necrotic damage,
Very good.
and I'm going to activate my Rite of the Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
So since my sword is drawn, it should be obvious to everyone immediately. It's going to start shedding bright light out to 20 feet and give me resistance to necrotic damage.
Okay.
It'll do an extra 1d4 points of radiant damage and an additional 1d4 points against undead.
Very good. Super pog.
Yeah.
I would like to make a stealth check to actually stay hidden now that old boy's lit this place up like a fucking rave.
Go for it. Roll me a stealth check.
Nat 20.
You
Nice.
are hidden. You return to stealth from whence you came.
The fighter says, nuh-uh.
So out of context, are you in light or medium armor? Because I didn't look at your character page at all, Heather.
Breastplate, medium.
Medium, okay.
Best armor to wear if you're a heavy fighter and you have high dex.
See, I'm in medium, but my options for starting equipment were studded leather or skill mill, and I chose the skill mill. That's the disadvantage.
Let's hold the
Smiles
hold
because
the
heavy.
details for a minute.
Sorry.
Because we will do that after this session. No, it's a good question. Good question. We'll hold it after the session.
Yeah.
Heather, I'm sorry to say that the thing that was going to be looking for you also rolled a nat 20.
Ooh.
So I
Oh,
need you to give
no.
me a dex save, please.
Tenebrae gets back on the path.
They're just like, I'm walking over here. I don't...
Tenebrae has given up on stealth.
Do I get advantage or anything?
From where it's coming from, I would say no.
Oh, okay. 10.
You feel a barb hit you in your shoulder, in between your breastplate and your standard armor on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And it sinks in as your body goes cold almost instantaneously.
No.
And you feel yourself slump as you are dragged off into the deep woods.
Lindariel attempts to chase after her. Hello?
Give me perception.
Likewise.
No, wait.
No. I'll do it.
Can I'm assuming protection from good and evil does absolutely nothing for this for me.
It will maybe help you in the next piece in a second here.
Okay. Do I have an action or not?
You will in a moment.
Okay.
I rolled a 19 on my perception check.
Lindariel, you clearly see Ashlyn take something in the shoulder and then get yeeted off into the woods, being dragged through the leaves.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh no, you're paralyzed. There
Oh.
is no oh fucks for you. There is just the sound of your body hitting the ground and then dragged through the leaves.
I'm booking it.
Lindariel is booking it. Vaughn,
I'm
you can
booking
give me a
it.
perception with advantage because you got your light stick.
All right. Perception. Where did I put perception at?
It should be underneath where perception is.
There's a lot of things underneath where a lot of things should be. Here we go.
You know what? That's fair.
Damn, I'm glad you gave me advantage.
Mhm.
19.
You also hear and see the body of Ashlyn just get fucking yoinked into the woods.
So I'm going to assume I also see Lindariel take off after her.
Absolutely,
So I'm going
without
to
a shadow of a
follow-
doubt.
Yeah, I'm going to follow
I'm
as
in
well.
heavy
as-
armor and I'm booking it. Like I'm not stealthing or anything. You can probably definitely see me.
So we have one person being dragged. We have what's effectively a very distressed tank bombarding through the woods, and then a flashlight bobbing around chasing after. Gotcha.
Yes. And then Tenebrae, what do you do seeing this?
What the bird do?
Well, Tenebrae is a very careful person, and did he see like that they were all like at least in danger of being attacked from their like jerking and all that?
You can recognize the sounds. Actually, give me wisdom, please. Give me a wisdom
Okay.
check.
I'll be
It's
right
gonna be a
back. I have to use-
23.
23.
I have to use the little panic tanks room.
Ah, very good, very good. So as you think through this, you saw the danger, but something in your mind told you that it was already too late when you saw Ashlyn get pulled down and pulled into the woods. You feel as if you've walked through this moment before. Very strangely, you feel like the woods are the same. This point in time is the same. It's strangely familiar, and it gives you this feeling of just saying, turn around and go wait. Go home and wait.
He partially agrees, but not enough to go home. He almost calls out to the others to try to get them to come back, but he knows that they will not listen. And so instead he follows the kids.
All right. So you follow behind the kids as Ashlyn is dragged off, Lindariel's panic tanking, and Vaughn is running like a flashlight bobbing through the wood line, and Tenebrae is following the children down the path that they have made. Very good. So in this point in time, Ashlyn, you are no longer being dragged, as you have been drugged to. Gee, that's weird. You've been dragged to the spot where you're
Drugged.
being dragged.
You can just say drugged.
Either way,
I have reached my destination.
you have reached your destination.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, you've reached your destination. As
Worst
you
fucking GPS ever.
She can't respond. She's in the bathroom still.
I know she can't. It'll be fine.
She has a wireless
I can
headset.
still hear you guys.
So what occurs here is that Ashley, you try to move your body and you can't. You try to move your eyes and you can't. They're stuck staring straight forward as you hear and see everything. You see in your peripherals a smaller silhouette that you could guesstimate is maybe 5'4", thin in shoulders, and when it speaks, it speaks in a way that seems wiser than its years, but it looks like and sounds like a child.
Well, definitely not Lindariel.
I was about to say, don't you dare compare this to me. Lynn is taller, thank you.
You hear the voice speak to you. Another? Really? Bring me the others, and then kill them. There will be more. As you watch the silhouette turn and walk away. And you are left to your own thoughts for the moment. Lindarl, have you arrived back from the panic tank room?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Wonderful. You dashing off after Ashland.
Mhm.
See the trough and the leaves left over from the body being dragged through the ground. Easy enough to follow as you come across a large wooden cabin. The wood seems to
Hate that.
be black and twisted. It seems to be 2 floors, very largely well done, and you see that what you're stepping on seems to be dead fields. That the ground seems crunchy underneath the plants, dead and decaying and dried. And as you stand on the ground, you can smell almost salted clay in the air as you look at this cabin. And you can clearly
Like-
see in the ground a path where Ashland's body went.
mm,
If this is what I think it is, I hate you, Grim.
You'll be fine.
Oh, I should ask a question.
Yes,
Did I take any damage from the spike hitting me?
you did not.
Okay. Thank you.
I had the same wet wonder as well, but I kept it to myself actually.
As a fellow DM, it's like, did we just forget that? Or, hey, I'll take
No.
the courtesy.
No.
Because I was like,
You was no damage.
I was wondering about the concentration on your protection from evil and good. So
There's a reason it was able to pass through the shield. So, Lindariel.
Dario is
Dario.
going to start unequipping her chainmail.
That is going to take you about 10 minutes.
Yep.
Got it. All right. So, as you're quickly getting off your chainmail and your other armor pieces, Vaughn, you catch up to her with your light stick as you see her getting out of her heavy armor.
all right, so I'm gonna arrive just then. I'm gonna hold the sword up, and I'm gonna. All right, I finally caught up to you. Why are you stripping?
She's gonna like turn around and like hold a finger up to her lips.
Tenebrae,
You
from your
understand.
position walking, you can clearly see the light stick bounce and sprint to the woods and kind of stop about 100 feet away from you. But continue, Lindariel.
Uh-oh.
Do you know how loud fucking chainmail is?
Yes, it's how I was able to keep up with you, or track of you, rather.
Okay. I would like to be a little bit sneakier right now.
Hmm.
So it's got to come off. And I'm aware that's going to leave me like a little bit more exposed. But that's why I have this. And she's going to like raise up her shield a little bit. Like, that's why I have this.
If you're planning to sneak, you're going to have to travel at least 20 feet ahead of me to stay out of the light, then.
Or you could
Not turning it
sheath.
off.
I'm going to have to ask you to reconsider.
I'm gonna have to ask you both to roll me deck saves.
Uh-oh.
Fuck!
That's why I wasn't turning it off. I knew where this was going.
Oh, damn it! 2.
Uh-huh.
13.
You both feel
See
barbs
you
hit
guys.
the back of your legs.
Oh, fuck off.
I hate you!
As you are both feel your bodies go cold and stiff. Then I was shot by Noctis. I deserve that one. I deserve that one. As you two are dragged
Avenge
off.
me, Fluffy. Avenge me.
The two of you are dragged as... No, I've been shot by Heather. I haven't done anything yet.
Oh, you're right. I
Unless-
can avenge myself.
I deserve it. I deserve it.
So what I heard was all players open fire. Give me 4 seconds.
So all of you were dragged into there. Now Zoe shot me. I deserved it. I get it. The three of you are dragged into the same spot. You can all kind of hear Ashland's breathing next to you, even though it is shallow and fast paced. The three of you now see that silhouette standing above you. Again, the words coming out of it wiser than they should be, even though the voice belongs to a girl, a young girl. As she simply says, well, I told you there's always more. And they will try again. They always do. And as she snaps her fingers, the world for all three of you goes black. As you wake up sitting at a table with a splitting headache
Oh my god.
and an empty tankard in front of you.
How the fuck did I know that you were death looping us?
As the three of you look up to see a Kenku standing at the edge of your table, a scroll in hand. And that is where we end today's session.
I hate you.
Cool.
For the record, I had this thought the second you started pointing out how unusually well kept our gear was.
Hi, Josh. You're meeting us at the end of our little session here. So that's going to be the end of session 0 of Therein Be Monsters. Are you ready to turn another page? Join us next
Yes.
week for the next session, where we will be again going forth furthermore into everything around us, figuring out what's going on and maybe finding out what happened and why. But let us do a wrap up, little pros and cons situation. We call this the breaky downy at the end of the sessions.
I'm gonna have a breakdown.
Oh, good. And so
Can I hit the long rest button?
yes, you can hit the long rest button for all of you if you used
Yay!
any spells or stuff. So, who we have with us tonight, as the 4 players in Therein Be Monsters, we have Heather Storm playing Ashland Storm, a human
Hail.
fighter, question mark, quotation mark. We have Castell Rose playing Lindariel of House Dariel.
House Ale. Glendariel Ale.
Lindariel Ale.
Ale.
Yeah.
Dariel can't hold her ale.
Listen, it's not my fault. It was fucking Rotgut. What do you want me to do?
Navy up, bitch.
Not
I
hit it quite so
can't.
hard next time.
I have cottonmouth.
Chugging
Carry on.
alcohol is not the answer to that.
Carry
And-
on, Grim.
And of course, in our third slot is Mr. Vaughn, insert last name here, being played by our dear
Excuse
friend
you, I have a
Zilker.
last name somewhere. Let me go find it real quick.
Right, go find your last name. Rotgut
Yes.
Tavern.
Look, I didn't remember I had it either, so thanks. I appreciate you. Also, hi.
White girl wasted.
Yep, that's kind of what's going on.
It's high elf wasted, thanks.
Yeah, okay.
She race changed to drunk elf, actually.
Love it.
You okay there, Cass?
I'm mad because we're in a fucking death loop.
I mean, I'm actually kind of interested with how this could turn out now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I am
love me
too.
a good
That's
Death Loop.
if I'm
Well, then-
mad, that means Grim's doing his job.
Mhm.
Very good. Okay, well, okay relative to the person, but I see what you mean there. Yeah.
I haven't been okay in years. Let's be realistic.
At least 2.5. Carry on, Grim. Carry on.
And then, last but certainly not least, is our dear friend Twinberry playing Tenebrae the Kenku.
It's me.
Oh yeah, Billy has been gifted with a lovely nickname in this server as well.
I did? Wait, what?
Yes.
The Burb. Apparently, Cass gave you the nickname.
The Burb.
The
The
Burb.
verb.
I need mine changed at some point.
No,
I'm going to get really confused if I continue to be a Darien in the server.
you're gonna be a Darien forever.
No!
Too bad.
You're gonna be a Darien forever and ever and ever.
Okay, in that case,
Oh,
every
wait, hold
new
up, I
loop
got it.
cast has to start with you chugging rock gut.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Forever.
as,
No.
and as
Yes.
for alignments, I really don't think we had those put in.
Oh,
I
I
mean, if
picked
you guys
mine.
want to, if you guys want to talk about your alignments, go for it, please.
Always and forever chaotic neutral.
Lindariel is actually chaotic good.
Ashlyn, believe it
Tenebrae
or not.
is-
Go ahead.
You go first.
Go, Burb.
Okay. True neutral.
Scans.
Ashlyn is straight up lawful evil.
Scans.
I believe it.
What? I mean, what?
And this is why I choose chaotic neutral. I'm cool with whatever. Nothing phases me. But also, I do what I want.
Well, compared to like the churches and the expectations of people, oh, hey, this is an issue, not an me. Have fun with your kid being missing. I got shit to do.
Josh, these sessions are for what I am hoping for. Will be run every Friday at 8:30 if that is good with my players. If not, I will fix up a schedule and you will see it posted in the server / on the Twitch. It will just reflect in my schedule. I have to update it anyways. So you'll
That works
have
with
your
me.
updates.
Yeah, I love the current setup.
I mean, and we can chat about that afterwards as well. 8:30, what time zone? EST, good sir. EST, Eastern Standard Time. So now we're going to do the breaky downy. Not the breaky downy as in what Cass does. We're going to do the regular breaky downy. Where we talk about pros and cons, ups and downs, things that you want to see. I know it's only the first session, but we talk about these every session because it helps us as players and me as a dungeon master as constantly improving on the experience of everyone that is here. So, we'll go backwards this time. So we'll start with Tenebrae. Start with Mr. Twin.
Okay. Let's see. I really loved the last section, especially with the path and the dragon and all that stuff. That was really cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any any negative spots yet. You're doing good so far.
Thank you. We've been at it for 3.5 hours. It's fine. I'm a professional. We can do this. I can do this. So we'll go to Mr. Zoe, Mr. Vaughn.
Immediate first two upsides. Really glad to be here from the very beginning this time and not joining it like I guess you'd call it the third and final act or something like that. The fact that you gave me an entire water skin full of rot gut is amazing, and I love you for it. Thank you. Really, I don't want to say like outright enjoying it just yet. Very intrigued by what you got going on here with this whole time shenanigan thing. This is going to be fun, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. That's what my executive chef laughed at today. By the way,
Yeah, I probably would have too. I don't really have a downside yet, except that I think I'm going to need to be a little bit more careful about using my rights, I realize, because taking 4 damage with only 25 hit points just to make my sword glow wasn't as valuable as I thought it might be. Learning things about my new class. Anyways,
that's part of it.
someone else now. Muting.
Cass. Lindero.
Yes.
Break it down.
I am so glad to be back in your campaigns. I'm really happy that I was able to talk you into this because I've been missing you. I love your work.
Thank you.
I hate your time loop, but I love it. That just means that you're doing your job. Um, if I hate it, that means it's good. I don't like that you like hit me with Truck Coon being rot gut. I love that you gave Zoe's character like a whole water skin of it, but I hate that you let me chug it.
Hey, Cass. For no
Yeah.
reason in particular, how good's your memory?
Why?
Do you think you're going to forget about that by next week?
No, it's in my notes.
Oh, shit.
Cass
I'm
likes
a
taking
note
notes.
taker, bitch.
Cass likes notes. Sounds like a personal problem. Nice.
I'm very intrigued by the paralytic Tenty that seems to have stabbed us and dragged us to our deaths. Normally I like Tenties, but not exactly so much when they paralyze me and drag me to my death.
You sure it was a
Different
tentacle?
strokes, I guess.
I was about to say, when did we know it was a tentacle? Did I miss that?
I'm assuming it's a Tenty of some sort.
Okay.
That's my out of character
Assumptions.
assumption.
Assumptions.
Yeah, assumptions.
Assumptions.
Listen, it's a Tenty or a vine or some horrible thing.
It could be. And last but certainly not least, Miss Heather playing Miss Ashlyn.
On the positive sides, definitely interested in the unique world that you're building. Um, the juxtaposition of humorous bits with the more serious, dramatic elements is really, really well done so far. Um, interested to see where this goes. Time loops are always something I've loved in pretty much any kind of media, so bonus points for that. Um, I'm gonna be the fellow DM. The only thing that kind of struck me as a little meh was the exceptionally slow feeling start while we were coming out of the drunken part. And I personally felt a little uncomfortable because it felt like at first with everybody I was taking too much charge, and I felt like I might have been stepping on other people, so I want to apologize for that if I was.
Actively prefer having someone around who wants to take charge because I typically don't like to and have a hard time with that. So I actually appreciated you for that.
Oh,
Just
okay then.
for me myself.
Yeah, I'm still kind of getting my feedback under me because it's been a hot minute since the last D&D.
Okay, well, I mean,
So
I'm totally fine doing that. I don't want to feel like I'm stepping on everybody else's toes.
you know
You
I love
good?
following your lead.
That's it.
I react better when I have someone else to work off of. So yeah.
So,
Yeah.
as for what I've seen, yeah, the beginning was a little bit slow, and I think it was because I had more expression planned that changed very rapidly with your choices. So a lot of what I had planned walking in to what was going to happen, uh, wake up, get yourself going, make good choices, talk
That was your
to,
first mistake.
yep, talk to Tenebrae, learn what's going on, go do the other thing. Uh, there was a lot of things that were changing the pathways you were on, so it was a little bit slow in mine because it was more of me buffering while you were making choices and kind of with your alignments and where you were going, like what directions you were going to choose. Uh, there was a little bit of buffer. I've changed that for the next session because we won't be doing another wake up scene like that. So I'll take that in mind in consideration going forward. Otherwise, good sports all the way around. You guys are acting exactly as I would see. So I'm happy for it. I'm happy for y'all being here. I'm happy to be starting this new campaign. And I'm excited to see where y'all go with it next. Cause it's only gonna get weirder.
I
Does
love
that mean
weird
we
shit.
level up?
You're paralyzed. Congratulations.
Yes, now I'm being dragged off into the fucking woods. All right.
Did someone say level up?
That's it. I'm
I'm
throwing rocks. I'm throwing bricks. Bricks are gonna
I'm
go
gonna
stay
drag you off
tossed.
into the woods if you don't let me level up.
Dislike.
And drag you off
I
into the
had
woods and
to.
climb into your
I
colon.
know. I know. You got me with it. But yes, otherwise, I was very happy with how everything went. And I am super glad to have everyone here. I'm super glad to have all have Twin here, have Heather here, have Cass here, have Zoe here for a returning encore. Um, super happy to have the four of you here. New faces and familiar ones. It's gonna be a fun time. So we will see everyone on the next session next Friday at 8:30 EST. If all plans are going forward as pre-planned, I will be updating the assets as we go because I am a working father, and so the art will change much like every other campaign. The art will continually change as we go as I make tweaks, updates, finish projects, etc. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pick someone to raid out to. Um, if you have any final questions for the players or for myself, now has been the time before we essentially ring the school bell and let you all go about your merry way, and I will have that final piss
Oh, we have
refill.
ads playing.
We
Which
shouldn't.
one of these ones is the one who power builds?
If this were a different type of D&D, like this were Baldur's Gate 3, I'd say me, but being on tabletop and this being my second ever game, not it.
I mean, I have an understanding of cleric.
50 eyes.
Kind.
Shifty.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's gonna be Heather. Heather's gonna be the one that power builds.
Shifty eyes.
Shifty eyes. My eyeballs, they're shifting.
You can't shift the eyes your way out of this, babe.
What can I say? I know how to build fighter hybrids.
You know how to build my heart back together. Finger guns.
Yay.
You live your best life. That's all I gotta say.
Very gay.
You want to power build, you power build the best you can.
Ridiculous.
I
Too
said something flirty to Heather earlier, and her response, literally without missing a beat, was gay.
You two are ridiculous.
She was like, "You're so gay." I am. Yeah.
So, Grim, let me ask this.
Yeah.
Your critique of our RP and portrayal of our characters.
I think they were done very well. Everyone's, from what I've seen in the few bits that we've had, you all playing your characters exactly as I imagine. When I was told of what you were bringing, I kind of assumed what you were going to be playing it as, and I'm glad to not been surprised, and I'm excited to see what goes forward. So no
I just
real
know a lot of
critiques.
DMs have an issue with lawful evil or evil characters in general.
Oh no, it, like, you know my rules. It's Pandora's box. You start touching things you ain't supposed to, the world's gonna smack you across the nose.
We work very hard to make sure he remains desensitized to chaos. So you're good.
Yeah. It's my full-time job.
It's my full-time job.
You do
It's my
so
full-time
good too.
side gig. I mean, I live in his walls, so like,
Oh my god.
He lives in his walls, eats his cables.
wait, that sounded
Mhm.
very straight white girl hub. I live in his walls, so you know,
Mhm.
desensitizing him to chaos is kind of my
I mean, you know,
yeah.
you,
I'm
you
sorry,
already
what?
got super smashed like the white girl. So good. There you go.
What?
Huh?
Drunk white girl, huh?
What?
No. Listen, at least I don't sound straight.
Pog. So we're gonna raid into Apex, so we're gonna get away from this conversation. So say goodnight, everybody.
Take me to Apex so I can give him nosebleeds.
Good night.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
We'll see
Good night,
y'all next
everybody.
Friday. This has been Grim Hour Productions hosting. Please leave a like and subscribe to those who are watching, winning it if you see it. If not, the first follow is free. Please follow Twinberry, Heather Storm, and Castell Rose. Their names will be in the VOD description. Bye-bye, everybody. And I've been shot as we end. Dear God, I've been shot.